speed. This gives you a lot of flexibility around the Senti utility because you can play retake A off the cam, you can leave mid, you can also completely leave A if you plop the wall up. I love how they're picking up this info game, but they might have a misread. Only one man to hold down towards B.
And it's going to be Astra as well. It looks like the gravity well is going to get pushed. It actually blocks the tailwind going in, but the sight is already towards runway. And Astra must hear these footsteps coming in behind them, but they do not know she's playing there. Picks up one, gets a spray transfer on the KO, and it's good. Kitsune on the site, taking it on.
Oh, this is huge. There's still players stuck towards main, so it's just Dragonfly isolated Kitsune for 3. Another frag picked up onto Max, and now it's just Lisp. He's been so clutch before, and well, that's a freebie. Good way to open things up and the dismiss available, but he doesn't want to waste it now. Knows he needs to build so much more, but here comes the flank. Oh, maybe considering the knife for a minute there. It's not going to be happening. P-Man will steal it away, and it's 4 left alive as the B site is completely denied.
That was so patient again from the side of the Monkeys. That was completely Kitsune's round.
Yeah.
They blocked the entrance of B main with the gravity well, but they did not reveal their presence. It was a complete flank and a 2K free without a trade going into speedway or runway or whatever you call it.
Yeah, the spacing there was also tough because you had 3 players on the site. One was still stuck, kind of a missed timing from Lisp where he was chilling out towards mid. And I think it was Max as well late in main. There was no trade potential there, but this time they're sticking together. They're going quick towards A.
Yeah, this is a really fast push onto A. Lisp is going to lead the charge with the Empress popped and the Lear out, but Wizior is going to take down one. Rio with Blade Storm out. Ooh, potentially going to get up into heaven here. Spike is going down. This is an even site retake here, 4v4 situation, couple ults online. Looks like we're going to get a neural theft from the side of SG. Information has been gathered. Stay away from heaven because you will get wallbanged through that on the neural theft. Operator shots into hell. Wizard's going to drop down with the protector of the cyber cage, but KO's on site blocking out utility from the side of Monkey. We're not going to see any utility there. Sprays underneath. Wizior gets 1. Wizior gets 2. Kitsune as well. And that is a site retake for the Monkeys. 3 rounds in a row for our defender side.
Yeah, I mean, Hell Control has been so pivotal thus far this game. It's again because of the lack of utility to easily clear that out. They took the space early on the defense, just tucked in, waited for support to play that retake, but in holding that space, they make it infinitely more difficult. Because if you're an attacker and you're able to hold on to the control out towards Hell, you have the wallbang opportunity. They were going for it for a second, but that was taken away from them, as well as the pinch coming in. You run out of options, and well, yeah, when you have Wizior going massive with his 3K, it gets even harder there. They're forcing into this round, trying to make this work. You lose here, you're against match point. Your money's bad. I mean, this round is really it for Team SG. They need to take this.
Yeah, this is a must-win for SG with the economy's sake, but P-Man is making it rough already. SG has lost 2, only 10 seconds into this round. It is going to be a monumental uphill climb if they want to take this, but they have good position. Oh, Tripwire is going to spot out 1. Information immediately gathered from the Cypher. This is a bit of a kooky round. It seems that SG is going to get all the way into defender spawn without even getting aggressed upon, but they could potentially get split here.
Oh, this is a pinch position. This is a very bad spot to be in, but Liz still good enough to find one. He's looking for the spray transfer there. Onto a second, not gonna happen as Lisp will fall, but Max will find the trade back still. Look at the support out towards spawn here. All 3 players of Monkeys, well, they're watching an aggression from that direction because they're completely cut off here. Door is still closed. They'll have to break that and make a sound queue if they want to split into B, and well, that's what's happening. Sound queue comes out, but P-Man, great spot in main.
This is a really sneaky spot for P-Man. He takes him down, clean as can be, very smart stuff. Match point for Monkey to move on into grand finals and get into the money. You can see he knows it. They're only 1 round away, and what a position to be in. It is going to be a completely forced buy on the side of SG. Couple of rifles, 1 Spectre to boot. Thankfully, they had the loss bonus coming in with that, so they're able to afford up in this round. We have an operator on site for B-Man who will be holding the A main position.
He will, and it's another kind of default spread here for Team SG. They've been struggling to deal with the aggression. Last round, we saw them lose 2 players early on, and we might be saying this team fate. Oh, it happens. P-Man takes care of Lisp. It's an early man advantage for the Monkeys.
P-Man has been so good on the entry, regardless of what side they're on. Reyna is one of those agents that
Cage triggered.
is completely dependent on your own skill level. If you're a god, you're gonna look good. If you flop, it's gonna look bad. Cosmic Divide coming up on the B side here from Monkeys. They're gonna completely split off defender side as well as a little bit of the back site. What they don't know is that they have someone in the back site there waiting for them. Yeah. I think they have realized what's happening here. Even though they can't hear the rotations on the back side, they know something's up.
Oh, they were attempting a fake out towards A. They have drawn the rotations. Where is this TP going? On top of the box, mid B. That'll find some information. And that'll actually be a double fake. They've been drawn back towards A. And even trades, they're normally good, but now they're even better because it's garnered the resurrection. It's a 5 versus 3, and the only space they have is out towards mid.
Ooh, I was going to say if they could get a good timing here on the rotation there, they could have potentially had a chance in this round, but Resurrection has been used. It's back to a 5v3. No ults on board for SG. Here comes Kitsune with the collateral. Vision God takes down 1, but it's not enough. Team Monkey are moving on into grand finals here at the Spin Collegiate Showcase.
Yeah, big congratulations to Team Monkey. They played a great game of Valorant overall, Fickle. I think their aggression that we saw on their defensive side was just looking fantastic. Rio was going nuclear. I think he had, I'm looking at 300 average combat score, but his team still wasn't able to bring it out. And I think that's because it felt like there was an over-reliance on some of those clutch moments. Yes, it was fantastic when they could get it done. It was really cool when they found these clutches, but there was never consistency, and that's exactly what the Monkeys had. Every single player on their team was finding their impact. Even the player at the bottom statistically, Wizior, I still feel like was having a lot of power for his team. His utility was great at denying information and for anchoring down, and when he was in the clutch, he was looking good as well.
Overall, I believe you have called this matchup from the very beginning. It is the story of the duelists. It's going to be the Rayman on P-Man with the 23 frags, as well as their cohort B-Man with the 21 frags. They have completely dominated that server, and that's kind of what you get with a more puggy game.
Yeah.
You really have your fraggers and your duelists to take the spotlight, but that's not to say we didn't have impactful moments from all of our characters, and let's check that out in our replays.
Yeah, I mean, looking back here, B-Man, B-Man, P-Man, you talked about that duo, but I think the sleeper pick for kind of an MVP of Team Monkey, well, it's gotta be the Astra there of Kitsune. His utility usage was huge, but those operator shots, even bigger.
Well, when you're hitting shots like that, you know the gods are in your favor. It's kind of hard to lose.
Yeah, that it is. Again, Kitsune showing his power in the multi-frag department, as Dragonfly did have a good clutch in this one. Still, it was a generally defensive-sided comp that the Monkeys were working with, and they found such an early lead on the attacker side that those comebacks are infinitely difficult.
Yeah, Rayo had a nice round there as well. Top ranking for their side. Rayo picked up 18 on the side of SG, but it wasn't enough. I was really disappointed with the KO impactfulness.
Yeah.
I know that it's one of the newer agents and their utility hasn't been completely expressed thus far, but the knife, I feel like these ult utility post plants here, even with the ult on, Monkeys was still able to retake the site with pretty good ease. Potentially just a player diff or a duelist diff, but KO has yet to be completely flushed out and optimized.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I've said it so many times throughout, but I think Sova's a necessity, or at least this guy on this map. I wasn't convinced by the KO gameplay. Hopefully they'll have time, if they do play more events, to go back, look that through. They're not walking away with nothing. They'll at least be getting the PAX Arena kind of gift bag there. It has pretty good value, so at least you get that. But for the Monkeys, they're into the money. They are into the scholarship bucks. At very least, they'll take home $2,500 towards their education.
And I think we are ready to send it to break, but when we come back, we're going to have the second semi-final here at the Spin Collegiate Showcase. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
exciting night.
They also helped me get my scholarship for Columbia College.
And I'm just excited to see my son get involved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are still here at PAX. This is still PAX Arena. I'm still Alex Correa, and we are right in the nougaty center of our Spin Valorant Showcase, where we're giving away $10,000 of Scholar dollars of legal tender from the kindest lender, Spin, to the winning team of whoever takes away the grand finals of the tournament. That's going to be happening in just a second. But before we get to more hot Valorant action, I'm seeing people aim training and getting their settings all dialed in. I want to tell you guys about the people who made it possible. Obviously, that's Spin. Spin is the people who made this all possible. They're putting up the money, so thank you to them. And I also want to thank Cope. Cope has been a partner all PAX long. They have a booth actually attached to our booth. They are a kind tendril over in the front of our booth. And Cope is actually really special. They are basically an organization, a nonprofit, that is all about ending the negative stigma that video games have in conversations between parents and kids about esports and education and careers and all that good stuff. So go over, talk to Chris. He is actually a parent of an esports player. You can get a pamphlet from him, get some cool information. Maybe just have a nice conversation about anything. He's a really nice guy, so go check it out at the front of the booth and go check out their website as well as Spin's website. But enough about me and all the great stuff we have going on here. Let's get back to that hot Valorant action. We have the semifinals coming up right now. Over to the casters. How you guys doing?
Thanks so much, Alex. Always a pleasure to be thrown by you. My name is Fickle one more time, and I'm joined by one of our new commentators. It's going to be Bear Light, a.k.a. Bear, who's actually with Spin. How are you doing this morning, man, and how was your PAX?
Well, it's always a great day when I get to see these high school students and college students alike with the chance to get scholarships and really have a great opportunity. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle, Washington as well, here at PAX Arena. I'm excited. I'm amped up after watching a few of those previous matchups here, Fickle. I could not be more excited to see this matchup.
They were surprisingly good. I had some doubts going into it with some of the matches that I saw in the LAN. They were kind of free, but those two matches actually were really, really good. I was really impressed with Monkey's performance on the defensive side, and as well as SG for not giving up going into that. They really brought it back in the first half. I wanted to ask you, what is your role with Spin and your representation with the organization?
Absolutely. So heavily involved in the operations side, which is very cool. I get to piece together events just like this that allow these students to showcase their skills. So being able to organize that, making sure all the equipment's in place, but then at the end of the day, love to get behind the desk, love to describe what's going on, with the games themselves and facilitate those conversations between these students and, of course, their parents as well.
Yeah, well, let's check out what's on the line here today with the showcase on the stage. It's going to be $7,500 worth of scholarship monies going to our high school and or collegiate players. It's open to all 17 to 24-year-old high school students and or currently enrolled college players. So $2,500 for the second place team. Third and fourth will not walk away empty-handed. They still get a nice little swag bag from PAX worth $500 for each player in their t-shirts, merch, as well as some nice little goodies from the PAX team, just so you're not walking away empty-handed. But here's a little bit of the bracket here. So Team Monkey takes down SG in our very first semifinal. They're waiting pretty and grand finals. Next matchup on stage will be ZZ Top and Apes with Keyboards. I see we have some Apes with Keyboards fans in the crowd. Thanks so much for joining us on today's broadcast.
You love to see the energy in this building too. Whenever the fans come alive, that definitely makes it all worthwhile. That's why we love to watch. It's just the energy that comes through with an event like PAX. It's been quite the incredible experience too. And we thank all of you that not only came out to PAX, but also have stuck around for this length of time into Monday, where this weekend has been something very special.
It is a long weekend. It's a 4-day show, and this is a Labor Day holiday, so thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk a little bit about the map picks and bans while the players are still getting situated there. Some of them have brought their own peripherals. Of course, we want to make them as comfortable as possible. And shout out to all of our sponsors for providing the gear that they will be playing on. EK Fluid with their water-cooled PCs with amazing top-of-the-line equipment from AMD. ViewSonic for giving us the 240 hertz monitors. That is peak performance, especially in a game like Valorant where half split seconds can make all the difference, as well as Razer for providing us our comfy butts in these chairs, as well as SteelSeries for providing any of the mouse and keyboards in the LAN areas, just in case you didn't bring your own, and as well as Spin, of course, and then Cope, as Alex mentioned, with their initiatives for Coalition of Parents in Esports. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And then we can see on the stage left there, looks like from the sound of the crowd, it's apes with keyboards.
Good guess.
I'm just taking a guess here.
Nicely done. I think you've secured that. There's no doubt about it.
And they will be starting on the attacking side of Ascent. They have banned out Icebox, they have banned out Bind, and when we go over to the other side, we'll be seeing ZZ Top, who has banned out Haven, and they will be playing on Ascent defense. So
lots of Ascent played today, especially on stream, that is. And ZZ Top electing to go defense first, which I don't think is much of a surprise. I think, on Ascent, it's one of the smaller maps it might be the smallest map, actually, in rotation. So that being said, very defensive heavy, especially at this amateur level. In the pros, you can kind of get creative with your utilities, but I'm not surprised here. So ZZ Top looking to stay strong, as we see them right now lined up on the right side of the stage.
So I actually had to correct myself there. So what we were looking at before is ZZ Top, and that's I'm a Carrot, Banana, DJ Mottos, Dacky, and Frosty NC, representing Oregon State, MT Hood Community College, Portland State, U Washington, as well as Boise State. So have some nice diversity there on that side. And on the other side, I think this is actually apes with keyboards. Can I get a confirmation from the crowd? I'm getting conflicting responses here, everybody, but hopefully we get it sorted, because we're gonna get the names popping up here soon. But as a reminder, apes with keyboards should be Wow, Donnie, Darwin.
There we go.
We also have Typhoid, and then the Sin Booga TSM FTX. I don't know what their actual name is, but that's the name they chose in the client, so that's the name we're gonna show. Who knows what actually their name is? Well, that is apes with keyboards on our screen right there. I have been confirmed: Typhoid, Donnie, Darwin, Wow, and this Booga imposter. Obviously, that's not Booga. Obviously, I don't think they're on TSM or Sentinels. It's impossible to be on both, but I appreciate the meme.
Hey, listen, it's always good to have that influence, right? To have that person that you can kind of model yourself after, no matter what game you're playing, right? If you're talking about Valorant or Rocket League. So good to see some influence here. And if he plays half as good, definitely a good, solid shot here. And I'm excited to see which team really has, the high level and skill that is a duelist. That P-man, B-man combination that we saw last game, if that continues, if you have that kind of aggression and you're able to find that much success early, you're going to give yourself the best opportunity here.
And especially on Haven, I was really surprised to not see Sova on either team. And as a highly acclaimed Sova main myself, I'm very disappointed that we did not get to see that agent. We did get to see KO, no Yoru, of course. Yeah. I feel that Yoru and KO are among the most least represented in the agent pool. Lots of Reynas and lots of Jets on the board today, especially with a more puggy playstyle. They're able to kind of play for themselves, play for picks, be an aggressive duelist as you would normally see on a ranked ladder or just playing with your friends. So that's kind of the picks I'm really anticipating here. Seems like we've got every player but one on the stage ready. So we're going to be getting into it shortly. A reminder that this will be a best of one. So it is a single map to move on into grand finals, where Monkey will be your opponent, and there we will play a best of three because the stakes are so much higher. First place will be getting that $7,500 worth of scholarship. Second place, still getting a nice chunk, but it's only $2,500 of the $10,000 scholarship dollar prize pool.
Yeah, and you saw Monkey pop up there, and of course they've guaranteed themselves the $2,500 in scholar dollars. I'd like to see, who is going to be able to take it on the other side of the bracket here. And for me, it's going to be a lot about consistency. You said it. It's going to be a best of one. You got to start off quick. Consistency was something that really did. It seemed like it hindered Team SG, and they could show signs of success, but unless you actually get that going on a more regular basis, that's when you really give yourself ultimately the best opportunity.
And so what would be your ideal pick for Haven? I want a 5-man roster.
For Haven.
For Ascent. I keep missing that up. It's Ascent. I said twice. How can I do this to myself?
Well, no Brimstone for sure. I mean, you always got to carry in a Jet, right? So that's going to be my first off at bat. We saw the success with it as well. The P-Man, B-Man, I think they were doing it right with the Reina 2 because of the aggression. And for my duelists, those are got to be my 2. I think you bring in Sova as well. Obviously, not just because you said it either, but Sova always super important with intel and able to really open up the doors in this small map too. I really like Sky too. I'm not sure, if that's your ideal situation and scenario with a Sim, but that being said, you find yourself in a 1v1 situation and, you send out the Seekers and you're good to go there. And I know that's 4, but I kind of want to leave it as a wild card for number 5.
Personally, I actually quite enjoy Cypher. I think that with the narrow entryways into site, especially on both B and A main, there's really only one way to get in. It's very easy to guard it with 2 tripwires. And even if they break into 1, the information is gained. You can always just play for retake. You can just send 1 Cypher onto site, put your 2 trips down, put the cam as well, and just leave. Like, you can play back site, you can play back behind generator, back behind dice. It's a safe spot for Cypher to hang out. I think he has a high impact on this map. Sova, of course, I think Sova can play basically any map except for maybe Split. But again, Sova main, so I want to see Sova on most maps.
Not biased at all.
Not biased.
Not a chance. Not a chance. So we'll get to see the opportunity here to see if they do end up choosing Sova, as we're about to get into the action very shortly.
Yep, still got some things on stage to take care of. We want to make sure that everybody is completely situated on stage, and because of that, we are actually going to go to a small break just to resolve the technical issues. We know there's a lot on the line here. We apologize for the delay, but we're going to fix that on stage here. All hands on deck, so we'll be right back after this. Welcome everybody back to our Collegiate Spin Showcase here for the 10K Scholar Dollars. I'm Fickle, joined by Bear Light one more time. Seems like we have everybody in the lobby now finally for semifinal number 2 between Apes with Keyboards going up against Z-Top.
Amp it up. We love to see it. And, you know, when there's so much excitement, of course, you know, sometimes technical glitches will happen. But we're excited to see them take the map here. And, of course, just as a reminder, we're going to be on ascent for this one. And, of course, ZZ Top choosing and electing to defend first. So we're going to see what they're capable of as far as holding off sites.
That's right. It seems that, hey, everybody, nice to see you guys in the crowd. If you guys are here for ZZ Top, right? Oh, yeah. And those are probably college bros and friends of friends, as well as maybe some family members in there. So we appreciate you guys being here in the audience today at PAX, and that's where we are live in Seattle, Washington at PAX West. Final day of the PAX Arena here. We've had so much good action. Guilty Gear if you missed it yesterday, the day before, and the day after the day before that. We also had Stream Stars with Brawlhalla, and it was an amazing show. Check out the VODs as well as the memorable moments we have on the screen.
You can see the focus on the eyes of these competitors too, as of course they're playing for these Scholar Dollars. Everything is on the line, and Fickle, sometimes it'll kind of make and force a player to play a little bit differently. But that being said, you want to steadfast to your game plan coming in. Of course, that you found some sort of success in order to make it to the semifinals in the first place. So you can see them kind of zoning in, getting ready, and they're going to be amped up and fired and ready to go. You'll see after some big plays, them jumping up. It's going to be exciting to see this one.
Yeah, I love seeing players sit down in an actual LAN and be able to get into the zone like this. We also have the player cams on them as well. They have white noise in their headsets, and then they have their in-ears to actually hear the game. So this is as professional of a setup as you would get to a major LAN, and we're trying to give the players a good experience here. Shout out to all of our sponsors as well. You can see the ViewSonic monitors there. Nice 240 hertz. I haven't actually made that jump myself. I'm still at 144. So it's an amazing experience to play on a high refresh rate monitor like that as well. And as well to EK Fluid for the PCs, as well as the AMD parts that are in those PCs. Razer for providing the chairs, SteelSeries for the mice and keyboards. Spin, of course, as you will know, and then COPE, which is the coalition of parents in esports. So we are moments away from getting into semifinal number 2. I see all the players in the lobby. Seems like the pregame jitters are in the air, and there we go. We just launched the game. And here we go. Semifinal number 2 between ZZ Top and Apes with Keyboards.
The quicker you can shake off that bit of nerves that you get when you get on stage, the better here, Fickle, because obviously, like I said, the nerves will kind of get to you a little bit, and when it's a best of 1 and you want to come out popping, well, that's going to be the least of your concerns, right? You want to start off strong. How do you do that? Well, obviously, it's why winning the pistol round. So the real question here is you see them lock in some of their agents here. As you see, Omen, Sage, Sova, perhaps a Killjoy, and of course, Jet would be my suggestion here. So we'll see if WoW goes for it for Apes with Keyboards. And ZZ Top electing to choose them, as most of them with Asher right now. Obviously, they'll change that, but excited to see who they pick out. And looks like they're converting now.
So as opposed to the previous game we saw between Monkey and CG, we also have a Killjoy on the board here. Seems like we're also going to get Sovas on both teams, as we mentioned. And so on the side of ZZ Top, we have locked everybody in. It's going to be Jet, Astra, Cypher, Reyna, Sova. And on the side of Apes with Keyboards, Jet, Omen, Killjoy, Sage, and Sova. I'm seeing a very defensively sided Apes with Keyboards. And now ZZ Top actually did choose to defend first, but it's very interesting that Apes with Keyboards would go with 2 Sentinels being on the attacker side.
Exactly right, especially with Killjoy too, who's known to be that defensive presence. There's no doubt about it. And so to start off on attack with it, well, that's just confident in your late game play, right? You're knowing your front end is going to be really good, to the fact where when you get to the defense, maybe you can take your lead if you can establish it and just keep it flowing. And so I do like that pick and the defensive mindedness of this game.
There we go, showing the teams on the nice setups we have on the stage there. So as the buy phase gets underway, we'll be having pistols coming in. It will be ZZ Top on defense, Apes with Keyboards on attack.
And now we have Omen with Spike lining up on A side in that switch. And, you know, definitely want to consider econ, especially at this level of play. When you talk about amateur level play, you want to make sure that you're consistent with your team. Communication about your econ is going to be ever so important. So to get that start, obviously going to be the most important thing here. And for them, we're going to look to continue to press in. I like the aggression that we saw in the last series. We'll see if they continue with this one.
I think there's already some pre-game banter going on in the in-game chat. I know you guys can't see it on the screen, but we're seeing some players saying that they love each other, as well as they're very excited to be playing on stage. And he says, "This is so cool."
You gotta love the enthusiasm of these teams. Obviously not nervous if you're loving the experience already off the bat. So love to see it as we have a tech pause. It looks like as they're still figuring out some things on stage, but we'll get you into the action very shortly here. And let's check it out. Apes with keyboards. We haven't talked really a lot about this team banning Icebox and banning binds. Obviously, Ascent seems to be the trend here. What kind of goes into that decision-making process?
When you're banning maps, personally, I think Icebox is a very egregious map that a lot of people do not have strategies for. It is widely considered one of the least favorite maps in Valorant.
Yeah.
And that is not, it's not very controversial to say. A lot of people just do not like that map. They do not like the verticality. I think instantly getting that out of the way is a good call. Banning Haven is more of a comfort pick. The triple bomb site is a little bit hard to deal with for some players' playstyle. Bind is really that super basic map. Bind is one of those maps that I think completely separates the one team from the other. So guys, if you guys are in the crowd, make some noise for your favorite team. We're so happy to get you guys here on the broadcast. Say hello to the Jib camera there. Thanks for joining us on a Monday here in Seattle. We know you could be anywhere else, but you're choosing to support your team, and we appreciate that.
You know, Fickle, we gave ZZ Top fans a chance to shout. We didn't give Apes with Keyboards. Let's hear it. Who's here for Apes with Keyboards? Who do we have? There you go. All right. Well, ZZ Top looking a little bit stronger in that aspect. But we'll see. Love to see everybody amped up here as we've gotten things settled. We're about to start this pistol round 2 as you already see a couple of ghosts come out on the defense side here. So ZZ Top looking to definitely trusting their ability to get those head pops.
Pistol round also important here. Yep, we're gonna come out swinging into mid arches there. Seems like we have anchored Cypher on the A site. Aldrone is gonna spot, he's gonna take down one of the tripwires. Another reason why Sova is so important. Key to a good Sova in the first round. You always want to buy your drone first. Even though it's not the coolest thing to do, it is the best thing to do with your economy because it's super good for your team.
As a Silver man, I'm definitely gonna have to trust that statement. There's no doubt about it. Wow, with a good pop, 2 in a row here. As they jump right out on site, they will get the plant down here. And now it's going to be up to ZZ Top to try to get this retake. And a bit out of position 2 here is Banana able to get one as well. WoW goes down. That's a big pick because WoW started off so strong.
Yeah, that's going to be a full 50 health and shield there for the Rain on the top side. Entrance into tree, Classic swerving left and right. Darwin making great use of the right click on the Classic. Back over to Daki on top of Heaven. Going to try to retake this. Both jumping down from Heaven. Classic is the bane of existence for them. And we have a defuse on site, but nobody's here to actually block this. They're going to go for the defuse. Killjoy's coming through Heaven. Is spotted, actually. Pausing for a little bit here, and there's the attackers coming back, and thankfully they were not able to get back on it. They're playing very far off site, and that's going to be round number 1 to Apes with Keyboards.
Yeah, playing that far off is not usually the common strategy there, but to be able to pull that off early, and just that push on site was super impressive. That goes back to the importance of being aggressive on that pistol rounds, and of course they'll have the econ advantage here moving forward, but I like what WoW did. Very aggressive style of play on Jet, so if we can continue to do that, that's been the ultimate success factor here in this Stay Plugged In showcase.
Interesting to note here that Daki has picked up an Ares to hold down B main. High penetration weapon that could be sprayed through the high utility wall there. But it looks like they are not swinging on the B side there.
It'll be Jet and WoW. Pretty similar story that we saw in the last round as well. Is try to use the Spectre here and for the defense to really pull out. Now jumps in and WoW able to take out DJ. There's one pick on site, so now they'll try to relax and Maybe get a plant off again. This is just basically a complete copy-paste of the last one. And Frosty able to get off Darwin. And Killjoy goes down here. It'll be a 4-on-3 here for the attack.
Door's getting closed. Really important to close that when you are taking the site. It's going to be a 2v4 retake here. Astra sitting at half health. That is Frosty NC, and I'm a carrot left for the side of ZZ Top. Just a Sheriff in hand. Coming on the other side of the barrier. There's only one direction they can come from. Trade, but it's actually the sneaky Omen teleporting up to the backside of Heaven to get the last kill in that round.
Ace with Keyboard's not really going the traditional route here, but it's really working for him. And a strong start from them. Of course, it's to be expected after winning that pistol round and being confident in your attacks here as you see them jump on site. It was just a great decision making. It's really all about that timing, when to take this site and when to find and get your picks. And they're doing a great job so far with the 2-0.
They comboed the Shock Bolt as well as the Updraft and Tailwind of Jet to get the player back from behind Dice off of their position. Then the Jet was able to dip back into the shrouded cover and not get spotted by the recon dart from the enemy Sova.
That'll be Sova.
Scanning ahead.
Get as much intel as possible here on this A site. No shocker that they go to the A site that has been working for them so far.
Oh, I think that was a little bit of a faked Tailwind. This is super interesting from the side of Ace with Keyboard. That is a clear audio cue, but Frosty NC is going to guess the rotation. Tricky play there, but unfortunately the timing was not right.
Now as you see the spike going to move to mid here. They are outnumbered right now in the 4-5, but just 2 rounds in hand, and now a quick rotation across.
I have the spike.
Stacked pretty heavy here to go to B, and it looks like a lot of rotations quite yet from the defensive ZZ Top, so they should be able to push in here and have a little bit of success. It'll be Astra side trying to hold off.
Sleep,
Jackie does hit one on the Omen, a second one on Donnie as well. Maybe a third, there it is. And Tide Boy down 2, and a flawless round. That's the way to answer back.
Sitting underneath Speedway like that and gets the 2 scans on the Recon Bolt, they can do massive damage through that medium penetration wall. Just a really great position for that Soba to be playing. Nice defense there from the side of ZZ Top as they get there first.
Yeah, it was a great way to answer back and snap back, and you know, somebody had to step up and really be a true leader. For me, that was Daki. 3 pops in a row, up to 5-2 on the KD, and looking strong in that round. But again, you have to keep that momentum going. We talked about consistency before here. Well, let's see if they can continue that into this next round. Finally able to buy a little bit of breathing space.
Recon dart out into mid. Not going to spot anybody. This is a very split attack here from Ace with Keyboards. 1 on A main, 2 on top cat, 2 in B main.
Bike solo at A as well. Did the Blade Storm come out from WoW? Just waiting and trying to find the opportunity to come through and maybe get those kills. Frosty will draw first blood.
Playing an Astra on the B main side is a very nice place to play, but hang on. DJ Motto playing in the cubby of the tree entrance is going to take down 1. Trades happening left and right all across the map. Very hard to keep up with, but the crux of the matter is that ZZ Top are winning their gunfights.
Exactly right. It helps when you have that Vandal and have that Pixel peek. It was such an impressive pick there. As they continue to look to do some work, and obviously it's a 4-on-1 here, so Killjoy left solo with that spike and has been chilling at A for a long time here. Let's get 1 back here. It's Darwin. Trying to get into the zone. That's a big way to jump onto it. And the spike will go down here.
Left.
And that's the only way that I could fathom having an opportunity here in this round. Well done.
3v1 situation here for Darwin. And then dip down into hell. Avoids the leer. Took a bit of the damage coming down. Here's the audio cue. Gravity Well is going to be in the back, and that's excellent utility from the side of ZZ Top just to cover their base just in case someone is down playing underneath Heaven.
And sometimes 1 round is all you need, right? And the confidence comes back. You can tell they're using their utility in a much better fashion. And so they're able to even things up here at 2. And of course, picking the defense side first because they're pretty confident to begin with. But I'm just impressed to see this team piece together after being down 2-0 and just, you know, coming back, being confident. And of course, it's a best of 1. You have to start off quick. So they're not going anywhere.
2-2 here as we check out the replay here from the last round. Just a nice gravity well to get both sides. of underneath Heaven there. Placed right in the middle, so regardless of where you were standing, if you were down there, you were going to get pulled into that.
Almost inevitable. There's no doubt about it. As you see Carrot, you're on Jet. The off Jet, typically you see that in the pro level too. First one that comes to mind has got to be Sentinel's 10s. Have to have that aggression, have that pinpoint accuracy. There it is, right off the bat from Carrot. You're just talking about how you want that to be effective and impressive stuff there on the aim. Maybe a second one too. Oh, Darwin gonna return the favor though. Very quickly, that's surprising. And now suddenly the momentum's shifting as Omen left by himself.
Yep, this was a eco round on the side of Apes with Keyboards. They had a Sheriff beat out the operator at the close range with a one tap, but lost their composure with the secondary spray. And now it's all up to our Sen Booga TSM FTX imposter.
Now just unsure where they're going to come from. Looking like now aware where they're going to come from. We'll try to get rid of that dart and be Flance. It's risky if you stay with it. A bit of a fake now. The Lear is going to take him out though. Banana able to clean up that round. That's 3 in a row now.
A lot of utility used there. That's an expensive drone, but a win's a win. So just chalk it up.
Not about it. So again, we mentioned the strong start here from Apes with Keyboards, but since then, ZZ Top has been a whole different team now. Communication came in handy, and of course, it helps when you're able to get these picks, as you can see. A very awkward trade there, as Sheriff doesn't typically take out op, but at short range, it certainly can. And that's what we're able to see. And now, it's all in the hands of Apes with Keyboards as they are able to get a little bit of econ back, and Carrot remain with that op. To get even more picks. Very patient with it too, and does get the one. And able to tailwind out as well. That was impressive.
And that was really good patience as well, because they saw the movement of the Owl drone, but they did not react to shooting it. They waited actually for the Omen to pop out. A bit of a misplay from Apes and Keyboards to not let the Owl drone spot first before they swung a player, and they got punished for it.
The drone, the opponent, still able to get the one. Back. Get out as well. It's a 4-on-5 situation here with Apes with Keyboards. You can take it, and Carrot with another pick has been super impressive with this op.
And now the question comes in, do you save? Wait a minute, Carrot on the apex here of an ace. They let him go for it. Dacky plays spoiler. Darwin takes the trade. Dacky takes another. That is, does he pick it up? They're questioning it that he's going to drop it. That could have potentially been 2 ops on the side of defense, but I think they just need the one with their Jet player. They've been playing pretty lights out so far.
Listen, as much as you want to allow that ace to happen, right, or at least a potential for that to happen, I guess you have to take care of business, right, especially when you've had this momentum. So excellent job from them to stay with it here. And but just 3 in a row from Carrot, showing off the skill level of his aim. That is some impressive stuff to start things out. And defense, again, 4 in a row here. Just needs to find a way, if you're Apes with Keyboards, to regain the momentum. As Hunter's Fury coming out here from Typhoid. Not able to connect with anybody, able to get a little bit of intel here. As now Carrot another one. That'll even things here at 3. As Banana gets another one on Donnie too. And we're back out of this one.
So I think there was a lockdown that got put very far back into the attacker spawn. They actually got destroyed. Didn't actually get a chance to see that, but hang on, we're in a 1v2 situation. Nixed by Banana, who's in the Empress on Reyna. Another defensive win for ZZ Top.
Banana finally coming alive. Here we saw a couple of picks early, but as Reyna, obviously you feed off of those kills, right? Your utility, you have to have those kills in order to feed them. And so that will definitely, again, just build even more momentum, as if they haven't had enough over the past couple of rounds. So again, they'll move in with the 3-round advantage here, and looking sharp in the process.
Yep, eco round coming in for Apes with Keyboards. They've opted into a couple of Sheriffs and a Marshal. Probably going to be sending this Marshal out to top Cats here. See if we can get a pick. Recon Dart is going to spot the Astra through the wall. Can't really wallbang that situation, but here comes the operator, and that's a collateral for I'm a Carrot. Well played.
What can he not do? This has been mad impressive as Typhoid. Able to return the favor and look to calm things down a little bit. It's been super high-paced. Heavy punch here as we're watching mid. Spike very, very patient here on the attack. Apes with keyboards, of course, you know, the past 5 rounds just can't find any sign of life, so sometimes it's good to try to slow it down, maybe pull the defense out of position, but with the patience of ZZ Top, it's not looking like it.
Ooh, secondary is shorty as well, but they're going to take down the op finally. They should be able to reclaim that. Oh, look at this. This Typhoid sitting on literally 1 HP. He's won, he's won.
The Lear comes out, but not going to do much with it.
Oh, taking a couple shots to the wall. Those do land. DJ Motto finally puts one into the foot of the Sova, takes him down. Killjoy's going to get spotted by that recon dart, and this round is basically over. You got to shoot that down. Wallbang is clean for Banana. Another defensive win for ZZ Top.
Yeah, sure enough, coming alive here. They really want it. You can tell in their eyes that they kind of came alive. I don't know if it has to do with the nerves coming in. We mentioned that, you know, to start things off, and perhaps maybe that's what it is. Regardless, Carrot has been a large part of this. As you saw the collateral on the op, and then Banana able to finish the rounds, which has been a reliable strategy here on the defense.
Yeah, nothing going for an attack here, so this is going to be the bonus round coming in for Apes with Keyboards. Lost bonus is in max effect. They will be able to buy twice in a row. Aggressive op shot. They're marked. Oh, they know it. They can see the outline of that op there. They do not challenge it.
At this point in time, the way things have been going for it, got to come down. We'll get a pick. It's been a while since we've seen their name pop up too. Garrett with a rare miss there, but we'll have the Blade Storm. That with it does get one, so that'll reset the knives. And Banana on this backside, trying to fight off that Sage wall. As Banana gets you it either. Spike has been set. Time for the retake here, but now it's got it. Backside here, and Attack is able to pull off that round as well. Gets his third of the rounds, and finally they get one back.
So I'm noticing that there's a player from Ace with Keyboard sitting on the position where you would use post-plant shock darts. So even if ZZ Top were to be able to get onto the spike and attempt to defuse, it probably would have been covered by the Sova there. I don't know. It's something that I look for in the post-plant situation. I'm always keeping track of where the Sova and where the Viper, even though we don't have a Viper in this map, you know, the shock bolts as well as the snake bites coming through on the post-plant is very, very strong. Almost dominating the current meta just to be able to use that utility. So strong it had to be nerfed a couple patches ago. But that's usually what I keep my eye on.
I can imagine as a main, you love to see it. Carrot's still sitting with that off for how many rounds in a row, right? Maybe keep an eye on mid. Wow, does get one. So, opponent jet. Like he's doing his best impression. Now they're being, again, this patience just continues to build and build. As DJ able to get one on Donnie here. We'll even things up.
Sneaky little play there. Tried to use Barrier Orb to go over Cyber Cage to get a little bit of the advantage there. But the problem with that is that if you Barrier Orb yourself, you do not have enough time to pull out the gun in case somebody's looking over. And that's exactly what happened. Got punished. But I like the effort.
Well, let's see a 3-stack here through mid. As Jett again watching with that op, guiding the way here on the attack. He'll turn B-side. Moment with the spike. Brandon watching the backside here, so they might have a free chance to maybe get into the zone quickly, as now they will turn around. It might be a situation here so close. Killjoy turning around, but being taken out by Banana as well. The spike is down at B. They do have good positioning here as well to cover that. Oh my, Carrot wasn't able to watch it. Typhoid able to get the 2K in a row. Well done there. They will have and own this spike at this point.
I think the round is all but lost, but this is a fantastic win for Apes with Keyboard's economy. I think they're able to pick up that op on the backside off of the great patience, even though they lost that round. Oh, I think we got a kill off screen there at the end of the round.
Sure enough, yeah, it was Decky that got one at the very end too.
Yeah, so that actually is not as good of an economic advancement as we would have hoped, but nice little play from the side of ZZ Top to take that away.
Yeah, while doing his best Carrot impression with that quick pick with the op. Obviously, the Jet op combination very popular and for good reason, right? When you have the mobility to move from your original spot, set up it elsewhere, and get that target right back on the heads of your opponents, super effective. There's a reason it's been used so often, and so. Now you see a clear advantage here, and Apes with keyboards didn't look strong to start off, but since then they've just been killing it right now, and they'll have the ultimate advantage most likely going into the second half. It'll be up to ZZ Top to really try to get even just a couple of rounds at this point before the half would be huge.
This Jet is so rich they're able to buy Op and Shorty multiple rounds in a row, being able to take that defense. But we're gonna get a Shrouded step over Arches here through the smoke. I wonder if this Astra is aware of this. Omen in the corner there. Omen through the smoke. Astra turns. Sit down, Omen. Lots of chaos on the field. Blade Storm happening across the site. They are into A, but Spike has not moved from Cat. Even though they do have the site, they're going to have to walk it through.
Running back here. Pace amps up. Carrot gets another pick. And now it's left to just Sova and Jets. And a Jet Sova on both sides. And there's the attack. Great job from them to get one back as well.
Very interesting the way that round ended up. It was actually Carrot who spotted the spike outside of the cubby of tree. They're basically blocking it from being picked up from the attacker side. Even though the attacker side had made their way into the site, they didn't have spike. They eventually do close that round out, but a little bit interesting how it played out.
Yeah, I love the Jet and Sova on both sides, so definitely guaranteed to be an interesting finish to that one, and sure enough it was. As now heading into closer into the half, it's a good job from ZZ Top to finally get one back here, and Carrot just doing what Carrot does in this round too, and a little bit of a closer one. That's one of the couple of rounds that they did need back here, and so they'll move into the next round pretty confident. As now, this next round, you'll see Carrot with the pick and Banana as well. And now, WoW able to get one too. They're already down 2-4 so quickly. WoW gets another one though. And with the Reds, Donnie on Darwin. But WoW gets taken out immediately by Carrot.
Blade Storm is out. This is the final chance to use any of your utility if you have it. It's a 2v3 situation, excuse me. They still have a Cosmic Divide if they want to split this attack. Sova goes down on Speedway. Frosty. Back site playing stairs, and that's going to be another one for Carrot. Blade Storm. Now it's a 1v1 situation, and Carrot is sitting on less than a pixel of health. Spike is going down on site. Rotation all the way from back. Wait, oh, we're going to bait it, and Carrot is going to use Updraft and Blade Storm to pick the head right when they stood up after the fake spike plant you got in your own head, and you paid for it.
You did. And what a job to stay with it too, when you could be discouraged, but it is hard to be discouraged, especially with that deadly combination of Jet's ult, and of course, the updraft as well. Always a good combination and well handled there too, needless to say. So, great job from them to really get things back and going, as Apes with keyboards have been super strong throughout, but ZZ Top looking to make a statement here. See what happened with their strategy will be moving forward, because it's always tough when you have somebody as talented as Carrot on the other end when you're well.
Yo, double shock dart on the orb, I invented that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's me a little bit about that.
There it goes, right there in the corner. You just saw it. Shout outs to me.
Oh my. In your good old days, is Carrot able to get a pop on Zadi? And Banana, another one too. WoW returns the favor, good trade. Spike already down very quickly. Definitely a lot quicker than it typically is here. We'll have the 4-2 advantage as well. Luckily, Killjoy and a Jet on the fence.
So this is doable here for the retake, because two players on the attacking side are sitting at less than half health. Both have ghosts. A jumping classic shot gonna put a huge dent into the side of the Jet. Knifing down the wall here. We're ticking pretty low. Okay, nice little trade there. He's going to get stuck with a dart, so they're going to know where this Killjoy is coming from. The door. Long range ghost shot from Cypher is going to take him down, and we will see another ZZ Top victory.
Yeah, they saw where the Killjoy was, and at that point, the Jet had been detected as well, so not much of a chance there on the retake, but it is a great start nonetheless, and just loving what I'm seeing out of this Aves with Keyboards team. They've been establishing great teamwork. WoW has been excellent, matching the energy from Carrot, which is just destruction, pure destruction.
Carrot currently sitting on 17 frags. WoW currently sitting on 16. So battle the Jets on both sides. Again, and Ares comes out second round for the Sova. But they're actually not playing on B main. They're actually playing in tree. Bit of an interesting position for the high pen weapon, but looking like a push onto A main here with some mid presence, looking out for the lurks.
And checking out the A site with the drone as well. You've spotted him top right, tries to go left again with Omen taken out now. So spike down at A, and they have eyes on it as well. Wow, we'll take one out. And we had a 2-on-2 Banana popping up with 3K. Well done and handled there. The Reyna, but not able to get the weird though. Good trade off, but it doesn't matter as DJ able to close out the rounds. And that'll be another win here for Aves with Keyboards.
Even though that was a fantastic 3K from the Reyna, the entry into the site, the Lear was put just close enough to the Sage so that even the nearsightedness still allowed Sage to trade out Reyna as they walked through the door. Let's take a look at that 3K one more time.
Yeah, just a great job to get out on sites, and
one enemy remaining.
There you see it. Just quick turn, quick reaction time. You gotta love it. That's impressive play and confidence. And the Cypher, of course, finishing off the round.
Ooh, early updraft with the Sheriff of all things. That would have been a shot and a half floating up above the bars in B main, but I guess you gotta get creative.
If you got it, you gotta flaunt it. Yeah, how much success they have with it. Keyboards lined up. They're gonna go B here, it looks like. Kind of angled that way at least. Been eyes on mid as well, as they have been doing. Good mid control. I don't think it's any surprise that that's why they found so much success, why they have this 6-round lead. Just being able to control this map of Ascent. Super important to have that mid control on such a small map. Carrot, kind of awkward to not see him with the op, right? Has eyes. Not able to see much through, so they're going to back off a little bit. And the rotation is to A, and they're going to quickly move their way up there too.
Oh, a bit of timing, unfortunately. WoW takes down with the Sheriff from the far range underneath arches, and here comes the attack on the site. Everybody's making a mad dash from Mates with Keyboards to the rotation on the side. Banana's got Empress on with the Spectre. And if it's not a rifle, it still does go burr inside of Empress.
Plant down, so the retake can happen really quickly here. So Taki now gonna get one Frosty as well, and now Banana, and they have a clear advantage now in full control of site.
Mistake on my part, that is a Phantom. I did not recognize the skin. Phantom with the Empress.
They got new skins all the time. But it'll be left Omen with very little health. Killjoy as well. Gotta get that retake. But that's gonna be tough. Looking like Aves with Keyboard's gonna have a very strong advantage here.
And this just looks like, even with the Sheriffs, they're not going to attempt to retake this. They got one rifle away from it. Darwin managed to pick it up. He's currently sitting over by the switch next to all of his nano swarms, keeping him nice and safe. So that's going to be the 11th for ZZ Top. 2 rounds away from moving on to Grand Finals to play against Monkey, who are sitting, waiting.
Looking sharp as well. I like Monkey and the way that they played their semifinals matchup, and super impressive too, as we have a timeout now. So Aves with Keyboard's going to take that tactical timeouts, and maybe just looking to find a strategy to close out while you have this impressive lead. Maybe, you know, find a way to close it out. You have 2 rounds to do it. You've been looking strong on the attack so far. No need to change any strategy really. Continue that mid control, and very clever plays coming out from them as well. It's this is one of those teams that don't take the traditional strategy, but they've been finding success regardless.
This is a great time for a timeout with apes with keyboards because this is going to be their buy round. They are going to have rifles in this round. If they lose this one, it's most likely going to be over because they will not have money to buy into the next one. They have to really make sure that this strategy works, because even if they lose this round, it's not over, but it's over.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So you see them getting together, kind of talking about it too. Communication, ever so important. One of the skills you'll need when you get in play for the collegiate level as well. Obviously, we developed those strategies too at Stay Plugged In. One of the biggest parts of, you know, gaming in general, especially at that collegiate level, is communication, being able to build a strategy. And so players looking for that guaranteed $2,500 in scholarship dollars. They're able to pull this one out right now. And like ZZ Top with a lot of the momentum.
Aldrone up through mid. They get a little bit wishy-washy with the Nebula, but he's going to get a good eyesight. At least nobody's taken up mid just yet. Patient play there. No frags traded there, but tons of damage done to ZZ Top's Astra. No Sage on the roster as well, so they're going to have to hold that.
Now looking to go B side here, but I'm going to build that ice wall instead, so second guessing, and now it'll be the tripwire coming out from Cypher as Carrot has to peek the zone, looking to try to maybe pull out of position here. Quick tailwind into the zone as well.
Huge entry into sight. Spike is on runway. They get Spike down on runway. Donnie with 2. Gonna clear it out, and the Spike is down. All man forward going towards the B site.
30 seconds left.
Just pure presence too. Wow, it does get one back, but it doesn't matter because Carrot with a quick trade out, and sure enough, they get it done. And the timeout coming in handy here as they're able to earn one back.
And a pop-off on stage as well, because that was a huge round. Even if it's an uphill battle from here, that is the first step in a road of many.
Yeah, it's going to be a long way to go for them, but that's a step in the right direction. I like the boldness, right? The aggression. It looked like they were playing a little bit more conservatively, and to amp that up a little bit, you know, obviously if something's not working, you got to change it, and that's exactly what we saw from them. As you see, all rifles, one judge, I believe, from Puga as well on the defense.
Very aggressive from this Jet. They're pigeonholed themselves into Cubby there, but they should have tailwind to get out. It's going to get spotted into B main. Oh, beautiful wall there to cover. That could have been really bad.
As well, what a shot from Frosty. Feeling it now with a couple of them. Spike picked up though, and rolling right back to mid as Cypher gonna rotate with them. Yeah, 3-stack at mid 2. Killjoy maybe not knowing what they're in for, so now backing off. Yeah, recognize what was developing. And yeah, sure enough, that push is gonna go most likely directly on site, knowing the Killjoy is the only one available. Now the rotation comes across in heaven. Unable to get 1-2. Great job to hold the site. Tried for a third, but Zach able to get to it. And we'll get the plan off here too, perhaps. Carrot able to take out Tide Void. And that will certainly allow Daki to get this plan off.
Even if this is a 2v1 situation, still doable, but it's going to be very hard. Door is closed. You either have to enter through door or jump down and make the audio cue through heaven. They're completely aware of this, so they can know that the door is safe, and they're both going to be playing underneath heaven here. Donnie with 1.
Nicely done.
Oh no! Goes for the res, unaware that there were 2 players lurking in hell.
Oh my. I mean, it was a good idea, right? But you have to time it correctly, and so unfortunate for them as well. But 1 round away now, as they've been so effective. Carrot leading the way here. Just a pure duelist at heart, you can tell with the 20K right now. Wow, of course, doing a great job on the other side of things. But again, for me, Fickle, it has to be a full team effort. You have to be together. And although the timeout helped temporarily, well, you gotta get more than just temporary. You gotta make it more permanent.
Wow.
We'll spot one too.
A lot of information here, and this is going to be a full 5-man push onto the B site. Tailwind's already in. Cosmic Divide is up. They've completely split off the backside here. back defender spot, I should say. Jackie.
And Jet with the backside now. We'll try to pop in, but Omen to try to get around two, but Carrot gets one on. Wow, another one on Darwin. And nicely done to get this spike down, and it's looking more and more like a reality, and sure enough, a flawless victory, and why not to end it off? Great job from them as they advance and guarantee themselves $2,500 in scholarship money, and they're moving on to the finals.
Well played from ZZ Top. They used the aggression at the final push there. They pretty much used all their utility, Cosmic Divide to split back site as well as market, and they just bull rushed into the site. And that is an amazing feeling if you've never played on a LAN stage before and won. Your heart is going.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But again, Carrot just led the way as ZZ Top. Again, not the strongest of starts, and we always emphasize, the importance of the pistol rounds. And although they dropped the first 2 rounds of this one, they're able to go and make it 13-5, and an impressive showing there from these individuals. They're super excited. They're amped up. You can tell. And of course, they'll be moving on to the finals against Monkey.
And there we have it. It's going to be ZZ Top and Monkey in our grand finals here at the Spin Collegiate Showcase. Let's look at the replays from that last match as we see how ZZ Top dominated over their opponent.
Just willpower, aggression as well, and it's all about timing. Picking your times to strike. Do you want to play patiently? Do you want to play aggressively? And they just had the better of those opportunities all around. It was impressive to see, Pickle.
30 seconds left.
Was really, really impressed with the post-plant situations coming in from the side of ZZ Top. I do not believe they dropped a single post-plant situation. That collateral mid-round as well. You could tell that Carrot was on fire. I don't think they missed very many. I could see one pop shot. They missed the entire time they were holding it. Just great plays from every single member of ZZ Top.
Yeah, and shout out to Aves with keyboards. They showed their moments, right? They definitely showed some times where they wanted to play. It seemed like every time they were trying to find a little bit of their success. It just seemed like they were able to get there sometimes, but other times the communication kind of fell apart. They had to regain, and maybe just not enough in this situation.
Well, it is hard to come together as a pickup team here on the LAN stage and be able to perform. At the end of the day, it's mostly about having a good time, but we will be seeing 2 teams walk away with at least a minimum $2,500 worth of scholarships, with the lion's share, $7,500. Your 2 teams in the finals, ZZ Top and Monkey. Going to be a great show, and that'll be a best of 3, and that'll be a whole different shebang with map bans and map picks, and I'm excited to get into that as well.
Yeah, and we're going to have a discussion after the break, too, about these 2 teams. The B-Man, P-Man show that was the duelist, that's going to be tough to handle for this team and in this squad, but ZZ Top, more than capable of it, in my opinion, but regardless, it's going to be a show.
Yep, and I believe we will be having a short little break here, because when we come back, it will be the grand finals between Monkey and ZZ Top. Best of 3 in Valorant at the Spin Showcase Open. We'll see you after the break.
What an exciting night.
They also helped me get my scholarship for Collegiate.
And I'm just excited to see my son get involved.
All right, this is the moment you've all been waiting for, the culmination, the climax, the top of the mountain, the grand final of our Spin Valorant showcase. On the other side of this best of three, it is one team walking away with a whole boatload of scholarship money and another team walking away with a slightly smaller boatload of scholarship money. So there's really no losers here, but there is only going to be one winner. On one side, we have Team Monkey. Give him a round of applause. And on the other side, ZZ Top, who had quite the audience before cheering their name. I didn't think PAX is where I'd hear a bunch of bros cheer ZZ Top over and over again, but I guess you can do that every 50 years. So on the other side of this, again, there will be one winner. It's going to be a very exciting matchup, two fantastic teams. But before we get to the action, I want to let you guys know that this is all possible because of our partners. I want to thank Spin or Stay Plugged In one more time for putting all this together, for putting the scholarship money up. It is a fantastic thing that they're doing. And I also, speaking of fantastic things, want to thank one more time for the show, the person at the end of our booth, Chris, the CEO of Cope. Cope is here. Cope is very important. On your way out, go talk to him. Cope is a nonprofit founded last year that is here to destigmatize video games and conversations between parents and children about esports and video games when it comes to education and careers. I've been saying it a lot, both because I told them I would say it a lot, and also because it's super important to me. I have a career in video games and esports, and it wouldn't be if I didn't have my parents supporting me. So that's what it's all about. Go check out Cope. But right now, let's run it back to video games one more time for the finals here at the Spin Valorant Showcase. Casters, how's it going?
$2,500 in scholarship money has been secured by the two teams in the finals. We have Monkey facing off with ZZ Top here. And joining me in the booth right now is Mimi. Welcome to the booth. I'm glad to have you back for sure. This is destined to be a great matchup between these two to set things off in this Stay Plugged In showcase. And I'm excited to get right into the action. Mimi, welcome back.
Yeah, it is good to be back in action here. And I mean, I'm glad to finally be getting to rock with the best of three. We've had best of ones, we've had ascent upon ascent, but now we get some variety. We get to see these teams' strengths, we get to see their weaknesses, and well, we get to see them fight for a lot. But let's take a little peek at that prize pool that we've already been chatting at, because it is big. $10,000 going towards your education in that way of that scholarship. Like you mentioned, $2,500 secured, but $7,500, $5,000 in way of scholarships. That's a pretty big gap to be fighting for here.
Oh, no doubt about it. You mentioned it earlier, over $1,000 a person. That's incredible. Yeah. So of course, you know that they're going to come up amped up. You know they're going to come out fired up, and I'm excited to see that because you can siphon that energy in a way that, you know, really helps you succeed, or you can actually, you know, it can get you a little bit nervous. So we'll see who can better fight that off, who can get that positive energy rolling, and who's able to get to it as we bring up the bracket as well. Again, let's see how these teams got here. Monkey again taking out Team SG 1-0. Other side of the bracket, ZZ Top taking out Apes with Keyboards. That's of course the matchup that you just watched, where although Apes with Keyboards came out strong, ZZ Top able to get the best of that one.
Yeah, I mean, ZZ Top, they have the fans behind them, and they were a team that was looking to impress. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I got to chat with a couple of their players before we got things going here for the semifinals, and they're just a pug team, right? They were playing yesterday with a different set of players. They got someone in the last minute, brought him out, and I mean, they were just looking fantastic. Carrot especially, every time he got the operator in his hands, he was going absolutely mental. And I mean, overall, it looked like a pretty convincing game in their favor, but it was the same case for the Monkeys in that first semifinal.
Exactly right. The P-Man, B-Man combination, if you've forgotten, let's refresh your memory because they were absolutely outstanding. They also had that combination of Jet and Reyna, just the duelist combination of their dreams, because it really worked for them. They like to play aggressively, definitely playing with that Reyna really quickly to get on sites, and that found some success in the semifinals. The difference is, in the finals, it might be a different story. You're looking at ZZ Top right now as they're just coming off that victory too. They got the momentum going because, well, they're just out of a game, right? So they want to get things going faster, sooner rather than later for sure. And so you can see the look of determination in their eyes.
Yeah, and I mean, I love love the energy that they've brought. Again, when I got to talk with a couple of their players there, it was just like the excitement to be there. You saw it in the game chat the last time. Everyone's just excited to be on stage, to play at a bigger event, get their opportunity for the scholarship money. But here they are into the grand finals. And if we look over on the right side of the stage, well, it's Team Monkey. They had that earlier semi-final matchup. Now they're going to run it back and try and take that grand prize. And I mean, they look just as focused in.
Oh yeah, they're in the zone, there's no doubt about it. And even though you've been resting for a little bit of time, you do get a bit of an advantage because you got to sit and you got to watch your opponents and kind of the process they were doing mentally during the game, the adjustments that they were making in order to find that success. Well, you can put that in your back pocket. And the thing is, you want to get creative when you use that against them, right? They know that that this team has watched you, so you want to make sure that you strike at exactly the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be absolutely exciting to see. And of course, it is, like we mentioned, that best of 3 format. So we're looking at 3 maps of play, and here they are up on your screen now. ZZ Top getting rid of Split, Monkey banning out Breeze. So we'll head into Bind, the pick of Monkey, Ascent, followed by Icebox.
So again with the Ascent, and it just seems to be a common theme, a lot of the players enjoy it. It's a pretty simple, straightforward map too, and if you can take advantage of it, it's good, especially with that pivotal second map too. Yeah. But starting out on Bind is super exciting for me, first of all, because it's one of my favorite maps, but also very versatile, right? You have, of course, the portals that you can use to your advantage too. There's just so many ways that you can get creative with rotations, and it just allows so much open play, so I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, looking at this map pool, obviously it's pluggier teams. We're not going to know exactly what they're strongest at. It's just a matter of kind of that personal comfort. But I think that the Monkeys definitely had a bit of an advantage in the ban phase. It's now 6 maps in Valorant, so that makes things a little bit wonky sometimes. And that one team for a BO3, they get to pick out 2 of the maps. And here it was the Monkeys. They get to start strong on Bind, and they also get to close out with Icebox, which was their choice. And I mean, when we talked about these teams in their semifinal matchups for the Monkeys, it was kind of that P-man, B-man, and it was that operator. I'm really excited for the Jet head-to-head here between, I can't remember if it was P-man or B-man. It's so confusing with the names, but between one of those 2 brothers, I suppose we'll call them, and I am a carrot. Both those absolutely huge on the Jet. But here we go. Agent Select queued up, and well, it's B-man on the Jet, P-man on the Rain, and it looks like they're going to go with that KO choice again.
Last time, yeah, exactly right, which is, not as common these days, but of course a relatively new agent, so good to see it get a little bit of use, although, not a lot of has been established for KO, so we'll see, exactly how they can fight this one. But crowd, let's get amped up. It's time for the finals, game 1 at Bind.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. Looks like we're going to have another little bit of a technical pause. What's a grand finals without a pause? You got to kind of let the hype ruminate a little bit. We see you guys out in the crowd. Let's get excited. I mean, we heard from the ZZ Top fans, but who out there is supporting the Monkeys tonight?
Who's got the Monkeys?
All right. They got a couple, but how about the other side? How are the ZZ Top fans feeling?
There you have it. ZZ Top with a little bit of advantage on the crowd, but luckily for the teams, for ZZ Top that is, it doesn't matter. They got the skill behind it. We saw it in the last series as well. And of course, that was a best of 1 previously, but this best of 3, it's even more important to have that consistency. Both of these teams proved to have it in the last series.
Yeah, that it is. And we're still in a bit of applause here, waiting to get things underway, but we can chat a little bit more at the agent picks on standby. We talked about the Jets, but one thing I really want to bring up is kind of the combination between the difference between that Sova and the KO pick. The primary source of your information, if you're on that attacking side of the Monkeys, is going to have to stem from the Cypher KO kind of combination. You don't have that Owl drone. You don't have that Recon Bolt. That's a department where you're kind of lacking.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of shocks me to see it too. And Fickle is like kind of scratching his head too as a Sova man saying, hey, maybe I should have maybe somebody has to take advantage of that, right? Because I mean, I think Sova's become a staple over the past little bit.
For sure.
I think Sova is like a must-have going into just about every map, but Bind especially. I feel like that's almost the most commonly found, Sova play. But regardless, you have, of course, like you mentioned, the two Cyphers on each side. Of course, the Jets they match too, and also an Astra there also on defense starting out. Frosty's been using that Astra all night long.
Yeah, and I mean, the Astra's looked really strong in his hands. Astra, I would consider her probably the toughest agent to frag on. You have to juggle a lot. I think Fickle called it like you're playing an RTS on top of the FPS you're playing. There's so much that you have to contend with when you're rocking with that agent. And, well, he's been doing really well to balance that out, to adjust in the mid-round, and to also work well in the execs. A good Astra player can completely change the game.
So, while we're still paused here, I'm going to throw in my prediction, if you don't mind.
Oh.
So I'm going to give it a little bit of a shot here. And right now, it's going to be a close one regardless. However, I'm honestly going to have to favor Monkey here in this battle. The reason I'm saying that is, you can tell, not the biggest fan of that one, but P-Man just absolutely rocking on the Reyna. Definitely aggressive. B-Man to follow it up to that 1-2 punch. But when it comes down to the Reyna frag battle that's going to happen between these two agents, at least, of course, just in map 1 where they determined, I think he's got an advantage here. I like what I saw out of this Monkeys team.
Yeah, absolutely. The Monkeys look fantastic, but ZZ Top did as well. It's map 1 here. It is the choice of the Monkeys. Show your support for your teams, because this is the moment that they need it. 10 seconds left in the pistol round, soon to come underway. And
of course, we talked about the importance of the pistol round, although it didn't really favor in this last semifinals matchup that we saw, where Ace with the Keyboard's able to get that going. A couple of ghosts coming out here quickly as well, as B-Man and a P-Man both rocking the Ghost with good reason. I mean, their accuracy is ridiculous.
Yeah, that it is. The one-way popped up with the Nebula and an early 3-2 split leading out towards the A site. P-Man, he's already claimed this space out towards Showers, and Daki might be the point of contact with Shock Dart for some damage, and the conversion there. It's a classic right click from the Sova, but it is the reveal going the other way. Frosty for another. Now we're into a 3 versus 5, and the spike soon to come down. Daki still has a great spot, though. He'll pick off Kitsune, and it's Frosty for 2. A flawless round. A statement there from ZZ Top.
All right. Maybe I should, I'm not going to take it back so fast, but that was an impressive start off to the matchup is all I'm going to say. Listen, that was impressive from Frosty, who comes alive too. We've been talking about Carrot all day long. Well, Frosty needs some love too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the Astra, it's the util, it's the gunplay, the dangerous combination. Bai's going to come on in here. Monkeys, just the pistols to work with.
Absolutely, which, of course, the right thing to do, especially after dropping an unfortunate flawless victory to start things out. Excited to see this bind play for sure. As P-Man you're looking at on Arena. A bit of a slower push, this time towards B. The spike about to go through Hookah, looks like. And knows this now. Maybe a rotation over from Jet as well. But still just holding off on this site.
Yeah, they're just chilling out for the moment. Want to keep this nice and clean. DJ should do that. He'll find one. Carrot to combine, and Wizior picks off at least something. Some damage put in, but the spike's on the floor. That's not going to be planted. And Banana, so precise. The headshot to close. Only one body has been dropped throughout this entire map thus far.
Movement and positioning was absolutely outstanding on that play. And just showing up now. 2 easy rounds there, it seems like. So they definitely come alive and proven me wrong. ZZ Top coming off again that last semifinals matchup, so got to play more recently and maybe carrying over a little bit of that momentum to get a head start. It's looking pretty sharp so far.
Yeah, that it is. And, well, the buy will come back on in here for ZZ Top. Rifles aplenty. It's just the bonus round for the Monkeys. And, well, now this kind of tips against their favor. They're looking to get some damage into this one as it's a slow 3-2 split leaning towards the B site.
Of course, looking to attack Luka perhaps again. Jump out in front. And a slow push here. Banana, of course, posted up on B side, which you'll see all game long, of course, on the defense, or at least for the first half. That spike will move towards Hookah now. 3 on the side, though, for the defenders here on B, as they know. Carrot picked off. That's a big pick, too, especially when you have Carrot, a top fragger.
Yeah, that it is already into a 3 versus 5, and I mean, this B site notoriously tough to retake, but they're given one. Nebula fades at a rough time. DJ, Spectre, no matter, he'll find himself a double kill, and well, now we're back to even odds. 3 versus 3 here, but the push coming through towards Elbow. It's DJ again to receive. Will the shot come through? DJ needs to win this. That he does. Man advantage found. The Spectre Demon still tucked towards Elbow.
DJ feeling it too. You have 1B back as well. Spike,
standing.
think about getting it down 4K now. To keep your eye on DJ. with this Spectre right now, just shredding
30 seconds
through
left.
their opponents now. But Jet trying to get the plant off. Now's the time to strike. Fake plant here. A chance. Oh, but B-Man able to get that 4K. And the attackers take the round.
Oh, that is heartbreaking there if you're DJ, but 4 kills, Spectre. I mean, what more can you ask from this man? It's a valiant effort, and I mean, think about the damage they did.
Absolutely insane. B-Man versus DJ show on that one as they traded back and forth through sight. Obviously, they're favoring B right now on the attack, so we'll see if they keep up that same kind of vibe. As DJ's been outstanding. Frosty started off. We haven't seen much from Carrot yet. Kind of shocking in my opinion. Obviously, with the Jet, likes and prefers the operator. It can go both ways with the attack and the defense, but regardless, haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, when I was talking to him, I heard that he injured his leg, so maybe he's just waiting for his crutches, his operator, to come into play there. But here we go. 5 versus 5, just the save round for the Monkeys.
It sure is, as now the Spike aiming towards A this time, it looks like, is a little bit of a mid to A push. They're right now on his switch. But relatively slow. Carrot trying to prove you wrong here. Able to get one finally. Unfortunately, KO didn't really look back very much in order to recognize that one, but still, regardless, that's a good pick.
Oh,
Anna with a great shot there on the far side too. Now backing out. They recognize that they have been handled. Spike continues to sit there. Frosty with one as well. This will be a 5-on-1, a pretty easy round here for the defense. Or is it?
Oh, maybe. B-Man, he's looking for something. He's found himself 2 frags thus far, and now Wizziar's going to get this plant down. B-Man pushing around the cage, looking for another frag. The HP, well, it's already wounded onto 2, but the same is true of his teammate. He has to fashion himself a hero. He has to make his stand, and, well, he can't do it just now. Dash away. Headshot found. 3 now for B-Man. Still needs more. That's 4. Looking for the last frag. An ace on the line. Wizziar, he's just baiting in for it, and now it'll have to be just that cloudburst forward, a dash back, and he's just aggressing. B-Man playing this to perfection just on the other side of the smoke. They've timed each other. They're behind each other. It's 2 bullets. He needs to hit it now.
Oh.
But Dacky shuts down the play, denies the ace, and wins it for ZZ Top.
I was so convinced. The 2 smokes goes down. B-Man working it precisely, but just not able to get it up. And the clutch with his Soma with just that much AP you see on your screen.
Wow.
Incredible.
Absolutely mental stuff there. And I mean, the buy going in, it was weird for both sides. You had a couple Spectres on the board. You had the Sheriffs for this defensive side, but I mean, they were still able to get some work done and of course pull off the round. That's going to be a big punish on the economy of the Monkeys.
There's no doubt about it here. As you see the buys on your screen right now, mostly rifles, of course, as B-Man continues to just shred opponents, looking super strong. Not a whole lot out of B-Man. But regardless, it doesn't matter when you're playing like that. B-Man, right on cue, takes out DJ. Spike rotating towards A.
Yeah, that it is. And, well, it's a bit of a push here up toward short. Now we'll drone past the Nebula, but instead it'll take the TP, and Dacky will reveal at least one. However, he might just get walked up on here. It's B-Man tucked into the Nebula, and it's contact play towards this position. Supporters far away. It's the Astra up towards heaven, but Frosty at range finds himself a nice double there. Dacky adding into that equation, and well, they've just been cooked alive in towards short. A 2 versus 4 now, but the Astra at very least wounded, and Payman's still up. Reina can become an unstoppable train if she gets started, but he needs to get it going now. Kitsune 4-1, the operator in the hands of Carrot for a double. I mean, the crutches are out. The op is out. This is his time.
And here we go. We saw it before, we see it again. Carrot is absolutely unreal with that op. You've got to be kidding me. A little bit of life from the bottom side. Kind of rare to see Carrot at the bottom, but sure enough, I figure shortly he's going to work his way to the top.
Yeah, he's going to be finding himself up there shortly. And like we talked about, losing that round to the Eco put their money in a very, very tough spot. And now it's just going to be cut down to the Sheriffs here.
Sure enough. Save a little bit of econ, of course. They look to regroup and regather as they're finding themselves down 3 rounds, although playing relatively well.
Yeah, that they are. I mean, it is a defensive-sided map. You're looking to get some rounds on the board here. And I mean, as long as you're keeping the damage in on these ecos, you can can walk away pretty all right with your standings. Obviously, keeping that money from blossoming is the name of the game. Banana, a bit of a tough spot here. He will back away as the Blade Storm comes up for B-Man, but they're waiting on this execute. Now here it comes. Double Cloudburst to deny short control, and B-Nana trying to spray through. However, Kitsune up over the top finds him. Now they're forced into this retake with Hunter's Fury. Fantastic ult usage to find one, and DJ to capitalize. Blade Storm towards spawn. The shots go wide. That was B-Man's opportunity. Now it's taken away. Now he has to reload. And Carrot, if it's not the op, it's a shorty.
Why not? The opposite end of the spectrum, and they take advantage of the rare mistakes that you'll see.
Yeah.
Well played there for sure, and a clear advantage here as they're on a mission right now. They've been absolutely outstanding through these first 6 rounds, and although, you know, a couple of wins on the defense, or on the attack rather, would be super important here, you gotta get more than one. Let's see what they can piece together to try to get that second one.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough decision to make. Thus far, it's been generally leaning into these kind of 3-2 contact executions. Not much defaulting and, well, not much hard set plays. What they have to deal with, well, it's Carrot with the op. His shot will miss this time, and that's a good chunk of information. The repeat, not going to find anything either, but B-Nana still tucked in here, trying to spray away. He'll hold down in the fragment for a moment, and it's for good reason, because the dismiss gets him out. Dacky sprays too. B-Man for the trade, but up top, it's the movement. It's Carrot. Blade Storm not going to work, but it's dynamic. Duo, duelist for duelist, and now a 6-1 scoreline.
And Carrot kind of used as a distraction there as a tailwind out in order to allow Reyna to come in, aka Banana, to get that last kill. It's a very clever move there too. Although Carrot gave the picks, that's also showing that Carrot has more than just that aim, also able to help his team as well.
For sure, yeah, and I mean, that's really crucial for Jet players, especially like newer players to the Agent can oftentimes get caught in that kind of selfish utility usage mindset. But the Cloudburst, they're so good at helping out your team as well.
No doubt about it. The Cloudburst has been super handy, and you know, sometimes electing to use it before taking a fight, which isn't very common. Typically, you want to use it during the fights. That being said, the way that you use it, if you can be effective, it doesn't really matter. So, Spike going to be heading towards B here. Carrot, of course, with the connection here, try to get 2. Not connect on the second though. Now, back on the Cloudburst. As DJ waiting, nose and waiting. Banana able to get one, DJ as well. And again, just numbers and numbers for CZ. Look at Banana again, the 3K to close out this round.
Yeah, that it is. And I love the patience shown there by DJ. He's committed to playing the contact off of Carrot's operator. The second that a shot goes wide, he doesn't even overswing it. He just chills out, knows that he's that second line of defense, that his teammate can always tuck, and he'll be there to take it off him. A beautiful little wide shot to show just that. And well, Banana, Carrot, they're the heroes. The rest of the squad has been looking fantastic in the support department.
Has been for sure. On the other side of the coin though, Monkey looking to figure out, you know, the A push hasn't really worked. B through hookah is what they started out with as well, which of course it wasn't there either. And so now you see them line up towards A from mid as Carrot right off the bat that quickly.
I mean, how many times has he been in the right place at the right time? The mobility of your jet opper is huge, and he's doing it perfectly. Spam, good enough for some damage. It won't connect a kill off of it.
Close. They will continue to push. 1-3 showers as well. Omen picked off by Frosty. Jackie will add one as well. B-Man to get 1 too. And now B-Man twice. Again, that big go on Carrot, but again left with 1 nonetheless. You have the P-Man. We'll get the spike down though. That's the good news, but unfortunately in a compromising position as you've got all 3 here from the defense coming back. And sure enough, there it is. Get their 8th win. The round. They're just dominating at this point.
Yeah, that was a big matter of timing there with the rotation, because the flank was coming through, but he couldn't get the dismiss off in time. If he gets that dismiss, maybe we see a different story where he escapes the spawn, is able to garner the information on the player towards hookah, and possibly wins that round, but it's not happening. And at this point, I really want to see a tactical pause, right? Slow things down, ice out your opponent, take a second to try and reset, because this momentum, I mean, when you're playing up there on the stage, you can feel it.
Yeah, absolutely, and we emphasize all the time that this is a best of 3, so it's not, you know, crucial that you get a good start. Obviously, it's preferred.
Sure.
But at this point in time, right, when you kind of assess the situation, all things considered too, right, we're on Ascent we're on Bind as well, which of course, you know, it's defensive minded too. But given those factors, at an 8-1, you got to calm down so you can calm this man down. Carrot's been nuts.
How many rounds has he gotten an opening frag? It feels like every single one. I mean, Frosty, now he's adding it too. Another op shot. Great little flick there from I'm a Carrot. And I mean, I've never seen a Carrot that's this deadly.
Frosty gets one too. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. The jet op combination, obviously in the bag of tricks.
Yeah.
E-Man left by himself, and again, that's not the first time we've heard that one too. Another flawless round, and ZZ Top just rolling.
It is. You can see some of the players of ZZ Top there. I mean, everyone's just focused, right? They're getting excited, but they're not getting overexcited whatsoever. Looks like we have a bit of a technical pause coming in. The admins have to chat things through for a moment. We'll get you guys back into the action as soon as possible. But, I mean, it almost works just as well as a tactical pause here, to have a technical one, because normally the only advantage to the TAC is that your coach is allowed in the equation, but that's not true here. You don't have a coach. It's just your 5 players, and here's their chance to talk it through.
Exactly right. And
One
if you're,
enemy
you know, in
remaining.
that huddle and trying to get the communication, you want to get that going. And when
Yeah.
you're talking about things and discussing things, right, one of the things that you have to address is, of course, the fact that Carrot comes out every single round and gets that first blood. You have to find a way around that, right? And it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a little bit more patience, maybe, in their gameplay. You have to change something because, obviously, you know, with that many rounds in a row, it can get discouraging.
Yeah, and I mean, Carrot's clearly hungry. So many of these rounds, he's gotten very, very aggressive. And when he doesn't make an initial contact, when he doesn't get that initial frag, we've seen him contact up, try and look for a frag further down. If they can spread into a default, change the pace a little bit, and try and bait some of this aggression out of ZZ Top, well, then there's a chance for the punish. But thus far, we're not seeing it. They've just been splitting sights, leaving the extremities very, very open. And while their opponent has been excellent to take control of that, ZZ Top has been fighting for the orb control, have been taking these ult orbs, and it has been working for them thus far. But this round, not looking too great either. That buy, not stellar.
Not the best. Couldn't agree more here, so maybe more the same, but it's up to them to piece it together, calm down, take a deep breath for sure. I think it's much needed. The many rounds that have gone their way, B-Man trying to, you know, piece together something. It has been a good answer once in a while. Many times B-Man left out the dry, so we'll see if they can fix it. I'd like to see, obviously, you know, you have your controllers in Omen. You use a little bit more material, utility. As you see Banana, that was an impressive shot from Yuka.
Yeah, that was a great one out of him. You saw this play up towards the long side, and well, out comes the KO, but the trade does come, but that smoke, oh no, the smoke is so bad. A huge gap allows a frag to come through. The judge is pushing. DJ's in trouble, but it's timing. They passed each other. B-Man will turn around and pick it up. There's no more time for the resurrection. Down to 1 man. The judge wielding jet towards elbow. This would mean double digits. This would mean a 10-1 deficit. He needs to win this. Needs to somehow, some way come out on top, but it's chipped away to 20. Position noted. A minute to work with, but what can he even do?
Close to impossible here. So yes, the bag of tricks though. Sure enough, it was inevitable when we see it. It's a 9-round lead. It's impressive as they continue. It's the last round before the swap, but will even matter at this point, especially the way that ZZ Top has been playing.
Yeah, 11-1 does not feel good. You want at least the 10-2 here, and I mean, if you're a fan of the Monkeys, this is your time. Make some noise for them. Make them feel the support, because right now, ZZ Top just has everything swinging in their direction.
No doubt about it. It can feed off the energy, let me tell you. So, we want to see you ramp up for sure. As it has been nothing but ZZ Top with good vibes and a little attempt to keep it going. But of course, in a best-of-3 scenario, this won't be the end of the worlds. Should they fall, they got a long way to go if they want to win binds.
Yeah, that they do. Oh, hello. How are you doing today? Carrot has a free one. A shrouded step gone wrong, and now it's a 4 versus 3. Desperation sometimes breeds innovation, and well, sometimes it breeds death. Carrot now has the Blade Storm, a judge, and an operator. It's weapons galore, practically an arms dealer in close, but B-Man doing well for himself to find too. He's been shipped down to just 16 HP, and now it's Carrot to go huge, but B-Man will deny that. and it'll leave one man. It's DJ in the clutch. He's been spotted. G-Man will swing, and DJ will fell him. So now a 1 versus 2. Plenty of time to work with, and the spike still yet to be recovered. You see the Cypher headed back for that duty, and the rotation's underway towards B.
And sure enough, they go through hookah is Tsune, and will clear the way, recognizing that there is no threat, so they will take B here. They should get the plant down as well. Sure enough, here they go with it too. Spike down now from backside. You see DJ tiptoeing towards the lab, looking backside B. Waiting. Good patience here. Have to backtrack a little bit. Won't affect him too much. So now, gonna try to get through the door. Quick turn. Checking the left side corner perhaps. Sure enough, finds it. Great kill. And now we'll move in. A 1v1 scenario here on site. DJ. Slowly taking his way. Locates his spike. Gonna go for a fake here. What they're gonna do here, and sure enough, perfect timing, and there's that second round win that they were looking for.
1v3, and he gets it down to a 1 versus 1. Impressive stuff regardless of the loss.
Yeah.
Easy Top still gonna be feeling good, but if you're the Monkeys, that's the round that you at very least want, right? You come back from an early rough start, you're Omen TPing in and dying off the rip, and well, mostly off the back of B, man. You fight it back into a good position and win things out. Now this game, in a big way, lies on the pistol.
There's no doubt about it. This could be a turnaround for them, especially, I mean, it's important that they came off of the last round win into the rounds and getting, or into the half rather, and getting a round win, because now, you know, this could be a momentum shifter. If you get 3 or 4 in a row, right, maybe there's a possibility. It's all about that belief, but you have to have the right mindset going into it.
Yeah, that you do, but here we go. It's grand finals, it's map number 1, and well, it's aggression coming forward from Monkey. They'll push out that 0 point and find a little bit of information off of it, and P-Man will follow it up with a push. The timing is so good on this. He's past his opponent, tucked in towards the far side of short, but he's watching out for long. It's going to be a matter of timing here, but he goes unchecked, spots out one, the trigger, discipline, and able to pick one off, dismissed to get away. I love that he doesn't greed for a second there, but now he has to take a second. Duel and Banana will better him, so the odds stay even, and the spike comes down.
A good idea from P-Man there, though. I liked it. Letting one go in order to get that first pick. Banana from a distance there with the ghost. Hatsune. So now be Frosty kind of in a battle here. A one-on-one, a hand battle. As Carrot left kind of guessing there. P-Man will take them out as well. But low health, low HP here for the defense.
Oh, that it is, and well, they're getting whittled away. Both these players on 1 HP. The Cypher's in close. He'll find himself both the frags necessary. That was the round Monkey needed, and it just got stolen away.
The way that DJ positions himself, great positioning from him always, so you knew with the low HP coming in and them having enforced the push together that was inevitable. So a great way to end out that round, just 2 away from taking the all-important map number 1.
Yeah, that they are, and I guess now we can talk about if you're on Monkey, what's the road to the comeback here? Because it's really just, you gotta take things 1 round at a time. Don't look forward, you force buy into this one, and this round is everything right now. You can't focus on the scoreboard, you can't focus on the crowd. It's you, it's the game, it's this round, because this means it all for Monkey.
There's no doubt about it. On the line for map 1, 11 rounds in favor of ZZ Top, who was just taking it to him. But we talked about consistency as well. As you see Banana with a quick pick on P-Man, it continues. You have to be consistent all the way through, and in map 1, well, it's been ZZ Top, the clear advantage. The spike now going through hookah. B-Man won, but not able to get the second one, and so it'll be Banana trying to push on in.
Oh, in the sight here, it's a good position for at least one. Needs more though. Banana will take the trade back onto the Omen, but it's a 2 versus 2. It's force buy. This is very winnable, but they're both positioned out towards spawn. A rotator's coming in late, and Wizior, he's actually made his way across, and he still has a sneaky cam to work with, but it's cam for cam. Revealed in position. DJ betters it in the Cypher duel, so it's Kitsune 1 versus 2, just a ghost, and DJ, he's not letting that happen. You can see he's amped up. He is feeling the support behind him because they are on the verge of taking map 1.
Full team effort from start to finish it has been, and they're looking to close it out now. And obviously you don't want any momentum to go the other way. They'll look to close it out, but on that retake, or you know, you just have to be a little bit more patient coming together. But again, on the Cypher battle, ZZ Top on top.
Yeah, that it is. And I mean, no one's slacking in the server right now for ZZ Top, like you say. Their bottom fragger, Daki, is 10-6 on the Sova. Everyone is having a phenomenal game, whereas on the other side, it feels like it's kind of a one-man show here. B-Man doing well, and everyone else having a rough one. The judge feels like a desperate play.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do something right, but regardless, we'll see how it plays out. It's Banana credited with that one. Done. Quick turn, Omen down. Frosty. Let's win the zone 1 by 1. Looks at battle. They've already got this 5-3 advantage here as they move on site. Will likely plant this one too and force. They didn't get the quick plant off, but Tripwire more. Wizior, P-Man able to get one back, so hold that thought. We have a 2-on-2. It's a Cypher versus Reyna battle.
Yeah, that it is, but the rotation will come through. They're headed back towards the A spike site and should be able to get this down scot-free. Tripwire still to hold the flank, so they only really have to worry about one angle, and they have ample time to set up here.
Plenty of time to work with. Now comes in the backside rotation to try to get the retake as P-Man leads the way. As we saw multiple times in the semifinals, it continues to be a pattern here too. Wait patiently. Find the corner two, waits for it, quick turn. DJ able to get P-Man taken out. Now a bit 2-on-1 and not much HP either. As Banana just waiting for that one movement to go. Knowing they have to come to him, and there it is. Map 1 will go to ZZ Top as they absolutely made a statement and on bind and move in with a 1-game advantage.
ZZ Top, it was just an excellent looking game. We hyped up some individuals, we hyped up Carrot, but it was just a team effort. Every single player there looking absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, the cherry on top, that's your opponent's map pick. That is where Monkey wanted to go, but ZZ Top stole it away from Banana. Top fragger there. DJ having an exceptional game, and everyone else as well coming up huge. We're going to have to see a complete 180 if Monkey is going to be able to come back into this.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't really show a sign of life here. And again, I was maybe chalking it up to the fact that they had to wait a bit of time in order to get into the next one. But yeah, let's take a look at the replays and how we got here as well, as it was just an impressive start and a full team effort from start to finish.
Yeah, that it was. I mean, this round from DJ, I feel like this kind of set the tone early on, right? Because that bonus round, they didn't win it, but the amount of damage they did. Economy was never able to build up in a good way for Monkey, where ZZ Top early on had an operator. Things were just absolutely blossoming, and when it wasn't the exceptional team play, it was the clutch factor this squad had.
Absolutely, and I think the quick start was everything, because there was at least 5-6 rounds in a row where Garrett was allowed to just go to work right off the bat from the very start of the round, and because of that, they just weren't able to dig out of that hole. You start seeing the confidence go down a little bit, and I feel like it was just too much to handle over time, and when you go into the second half and you're down 10-2, it's not exactly the route that you want to go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it was a tough game overall for Team Monkey, but they are not out of this one yet. Still upwards, or possibly 2 maps left in this series. Coming up, it'll be Ascent. It's the choice of ZZ Top. So something big is going to happen if the Monkeys can come back. We'll find out if it's possible, or if ZZ Top will claim the top spot after this.
What an exciting night.
They also helped me get my scholarship for Columbia College.
And I'm just excited to see my son get involved.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Stay Plugged In PAX Arena Showdown and Showcase. Alongside me, my name is Bearlight. We saw a domination from ZZ Top as they were able to take map number 1. It's up to Monkeys to really bounce back in this one. But most excitingly, both teams have guaranteed themselves $2,500 in scholarships, but looking and going after that $7,500.
Yeah, that is, of course, the goal for both of these teams. I mean, $7,500, more than $1,000 per each student. Goes a long way for that college education, but there's still a chance for either of these teams to claim that top prize. Of course, ZZ Top looking fantastic. It was 13, I think, 2 at the end there. A very dominant game. Felt like it was over before we even really got started. But, I mean, Monkey, there's still a way for them to get back into this. However, as we're taking a peek at these map picks and bans, it's on their opponent's choice.
It is, and it was an impressive way to start off too. The thing is, we're on a familiar map that we've seen multiple times throughout the day, which means it's going to be dead even, in my opinion, because they've gotten the chance to kind of explore the options, see and test what works, what does not. On Ascent will be next, of course, for map number 2, and again, just right directly back to this one, no surprise, as we see the reactions here on Team Monkey as they look to rally in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they had, what, 5 minutes there on that break to try and reset, just chat things through, because when you're in a best-of-3 series, it's very tough, especially for a lot of new competitors to get used to this, but it's that idea of just kind of blacking out the first map, focusing in, because all that matters is the game at hand, the round in front of you. Nothing that happened before, the mistakes you made, the clutch you failed, anything that went wrong, that has to just go in the past. You can talk about that later, after the event. Right now, it's Ascent, and that's what they need to focus in on. But if you're ZZ Top, I mean, you've got the support of the crowd. You have your friends behind you. You're riding the momentum, riding the high off of that. I can imagine the mental is just absolutely booming for ZZ Top.
I actually just got their fan club. It's the ZZ Top fan club. Make some noise. There they are. It lines up. You're looking at the team right now on your screen as they get hyped up. You can tell they're feeling it too. A coincidence that, you know, they have the fan club here and they're doing so well.
Yeah, absolutely. But like we talked about, Ascent queued up. That's going to be map number 2 in this grand final series. And taking a little peek at the agent picks here, looks like we got Frosty back on the Astra.
Yeah, not a surprise here. If it's working, keep rolling with it. I don't think that's any surprise at all. Of course, the Sage on the Monkey side too. Pretty similar picks. Why change it if it hasn't been broken? For Monkey, you go P-Man right back to Reyna, B-Man, of course, to Jet. That combination was deadly the first time on Ascent. They're going to start out on attack where they did find the most success. Watch for P-Man to play aggressively. Watch him to try to take sides right when the round starts.
Yeah, that is what we're looking for from that man. I mean, I think the attacking side, we never really got to see them work the attacking side whatsoever back on Bind because it was just over before it started. But in their previous matchup, in that semifinals, it looked pretty good for them. I like the way they utilized Sage to kind of employ those off angles, to be able to fight from something special on that attacking side. We've also seen some creativity, especially towards that A site. You can pop a wall up towards Heaven. On B, you can wall off Spawn. Sage isn't the most normal pick on this map, but she's played a ton, and there is still a lot of really good options with her. So I like what we're seeing out of the comp, but it does still put a lot of pressure on B-Man, because the only flashes you have are those leers, which really puts the kind of pressure of creating space onto your Jet player.
No doubt about it. Well, I mean, taking pressure off of everybody else while playing Jet, well, that's Carrot. And of course, no surprise, Carrot back to Jet as well. So effective with that operator. So it's almost a game of, you know, how soon, what round can you get to where you get an operator in the hands of Carrot? We'll see and check that out, as obviously that's been a viable option for them. And we're back to, of course, Ascent we've been so familiar with.
Yeah, that we have been early on. Monkey looks like they might just be posturing for a quicker hit out towards the B site there. They have been a team that has just been focused on the speed, focused on the executions. It hasn't always worked for them, but here's their chance to prove what they can get done. Seattle, PAX, let's hear it for these teams. It's ZZ Top, it's Monkey, and here they go. Map number 2 underway, as it looks like they're just playing contact out towards this B site.
And sure enough, you see Daki choosing Sova. Definitely Fickle has got to be happy about that one. It really does give you an advantage on this map.
For sure.
B-side push. Gonna be super slow here because Monkey want to play it a little bit more conservatively, which is, you know, not the route I thought they would take. But P-Man, no shocker, he went with the Ghost. Very confident in his early round play. The shock there kind of missed there. It's not the best placement as B-Man looking to make that push quickly. Now around the side where Dak is able to pick off one, but now they know where he is, and sure enough, Wizzier gonna get to him very quickly, and now the plant will go down. So Monkey looking a little bit stronger here to start things off.
Yeah, but this retake is still so doable.
Yep.
Both duelists alive. There's no Lear up for Banana, which makes things just a tad bit more difficult, but there's players on low HP. One frag, he'll find himself the overheal or even the dismiss for information, but it's Frosty instead to open things up. Wizzier takes care of the Reyna, and now Frosty trying to be the battle aster. It's not going to happen, but look at this. 1 versus 2. HP, well, it's barely there whatsoever. Carrot has more than both his opponents, and he has a tailwind to work with, but this is well played. The dance around the box, he has to worry about 2, and it's the headshot. So swift from Wizzior. Maybe he had a slow start, but he is cruising along in map number 2.
Yeah, great positioning and a great attempt there from Carrot as well, by the way, because, I mean, that was a quick pop and then quick turn, but by the time that was over with, just well approached there in a 1-0 start off for Monkey. And of course, maybe the attack is what they favor.
Yeah, maybe it is. We are seeing a bit of a buy come in, just the investment into the upgraded pistols from Carrot and Banana, but we've seen the damage they've dealt with those Sheriffs.
Yeah, they can definitely end you quickly. ZP Man quick. Oh, great job to take advantage of the aggression from Daki. Positioning very aggressive there. We'll start off strong. Wizzier gets another one too. So they will get this site yet again, second round in a row. We'll have to see what the retake is like this time. Maybe they approach it a little bit differently. Probably down 3-5 on the retake.
That they will. Banana cut off by the tripwire here. He will break that. Reveal the information. P-Man's low. 1 bullet from the Sheriff anywhere in the body, and P-Man will go down. Well, it's not the body, it's the head instead. It's the overheal garnered. And look at this setup. They can play just to dish out damage. They can lock Monkey into the site, and that's exactly what they're going for. They need to try and escape with these weapons right here, right now. But Banana, well, he might try and take the fight straight to him. Swings past the wall. That could have been a mistake because damage taken. B-Man with the judge, and well, it's a classic to end things out. Monkey, I mean, finally finding some momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you win that first pistol round, of course, that's the best way to gain momentum because Econ in their favor on that one clearly, and they're able to take advantage clearly. 2-0 round advantage. And looking stronger on the attack side, of course, P-Man and B-Man, the likely combination to go back to it. We said Ascent is going to bring the most close outcome, in my opinion, and sure enough, it's proving to be. If Monkey gets the advantage, we all know what ZZ Top is capable of.
Yeah, money, it's generally good here. You see the punishment for those players who invested on into the Sheriff. They'll be on to possibly a lesser weapon, or at least that half shield, but still generally looking better for this squad. Pace is high here for Monkeys. There's 5 postured out towards B, but they'll just cut noise for the moment.
Enough, it'll second thought taken, but still hanging out in B main. Look at push, Jet first, B-Man. Watching him, Frosty. Right there at mid, now we'll rotate over. Expecting a rotation, and sure enough, they got him lined up. The mid push is where they're gonna go. Frosty just hanging, knowing that they're in the balance, but he's picking the time to strike here as the patience from the mid. Frosty now recognizing there are multiple mids, so there'll be an assist from Banana trying to come over and help out, but P-Man able to get Frosty, and Banana returns the favor on Wizzier. A couple of trades here. Now it'll leave it as a 4-on-3, now 4-on-2. As Muhammad Nashi able to get one. And Garrett goes down now, just the Cypher left.
Yeah, this was just their bonus round, and it's working swimmingly. Some weapons likely to have been recovered as DJ laying this one close to his chest. He's trying to find some piece of aggression, but Monkey, they're not giving that one away at this point in time, as he'll elect just into the save. 0 credits in the bank account. The weapon more important than the round for him.
Yeah, and that's the right decision too. I absolutely agree with this. I mean, you have to get a little bit of momentum. You save, and maybe you can come back with some Spectres and maybe go back to work and find that swing of things, right? Find that momentum that was helping you out in map 1. But I mean, props to Monkey coming out here and proving themselves, as they had a rough last map, but up 3-0, looking good while doing it. They've been impressive and working a lot better as a team.
I have been looking at pretty darn good early on in this one. Still, you can see they're focused in. Not going to let anything slip away from them because, well, this is an anti-eco round. That rifle was saved by DJ, and the gun is very dangerous in his back pocket as this one will begin to come underway with 4 leaning out towards B, and a bit of a lurk being worked by B-Man.
Not about it. Also, I was noticing Carrot with the classic this round, obviously trying to save up for that op, because once that happens, well, it's a different ballpark. It's so hard to go up against the talent that is Carrot with that. That being said, like a mid push yet again. Spike was creeping towards B, but he'll rotate towards A. They have the 3 stack on Cat. Mavs moving towards A to clear the way. Backside, you see the defenders already rotating. They know better. B-Man get a quick pick on DJ. And looking for more as well. As now's when B-Man uses that aggression, it would play in his favor. Spike will go directly towards A, using some utility to get the plant down now. And they will have the advantage here. Quick turn. Frosty able to get one on P-Man as well. And now have even things up here. We're 1 below Heaven. Jackie. Too much with it either. Much patient. Now the 4 stack from up top, but B-Man again staying strong. Even without the high ground, gets another one. And Kitsune able to help as well. And it's a 3-on-1, looking like another round win. Sure enough, it'll be a 4-0 advantage here for Monkey.
Yeah, I kind of question the usage of the hero rifle there for ZZ Top. I think the best use case for it is either just bait your teammates in a huge way. Just sacrifice those classics, try and find the trade frags, or at least have people kind of coming up behind you, because you can create that frag and you'll either kill him with the rifle or your teammate gets the trade. Then there's 2 rifles recoverable. Neither of those are possible when you're DJ and you just push up alone there, because you die. There's absolutely no reward, and say you win that fight, there's not even the ability to recover a weapon. So maybe could have been better played there, but regardless, it was mostly just the eco round, so you don't have to care too much, because Carrot, he's got the operator.
Sure enough. Looking to go back to work. You want to take it out of his hands quickly. Imagine the momentum, how much momentum would swing in your favor if you're able to accomplish that. But easier said than done, as you see Carrot peeking. Knowing it's there, but not able to get the pick on this one, so we'll backtrack. We'll have to. This position has been compromised, or has been figured out quite frequently. Stay impatient here. Spike wanting to go A with it, but still on site are a couple of the defenders here. But, looking to pick up, clear out. Plant does go down here, and now a couple of picks as well as Monkeys continue to roll.
Yeah, that they do. 5 versus 3 here, and this post went looking strong. You see the usage of the Sage wall there, the barrier orb will block them out. They have to commit the time to take that, and you question here, do you commit to this? Because you have that operator until, oh, he unscopes. Worst possible timing on it, won't find the frag. Now we start to get into the area where you're considering that save, because these weapons are so valuable, and one's already been lost, tagged out the swing. It's overcommitted by Daki, and Carrot's going to be forced to hold on to this operator. 5 in a row, more than doubling their score count for the entire first game.
Absolutely, and that proves that you're absolutely correct there, because obviously Daki wants to get out and be the hero, and sometimes if you can get a couple of picks, it'll definitely favor you. But I don't think it was the right time to strike. I think you're right in saving the op. Of course, this Carrot, that's as to be expected, as they'll move into the next round and try to get any kind of econ going, but it's just not looking like it's not going to be a thing.
Yeah, this is a tough situation to be in, to be fair. I mean, I'd love to see them pop a pause here, and well, we have one. It's not tactical. I think it is on the technical side of things, but like we talked about in the first map of this grand final, that works just as well for you. You're still able to chat and try and formulate a plan going forward.
Yeah, because you're so effective on the first map too, and you're familiar with this one too. You know you have it in you, you're capable. It's just what kind of things can we adjust? And in my opinion, hopefully they'll be able to play a little bit more quick, play a little bit more confident. In my opinion, I feel like the way that Monkey's playing aggressively is working for them, and it's just, we'll see what they get back to, because moving forward, 5-0 is not the place you want to be, but in reality, it might be a reality check and wake them up a little bit.
Yeah, well, looks like we're coming back underway here in just about 15 seconds, as It's another round with a hero weapon, and this time they're changing their face. Carrot, he won't be alone. He's out towards mid with the support of Frosty. Just on the Sheriff. If he can find an early op shot, he can change the tide of this round.
Yeah, man, of course, coming in quickly, was able to get one in B main by using the Leer and then jumping out and getting the pick. Well, Cloudburst to block up the backside site, and they will hop to it. Not knowing Bananas around this corner, though. Good pick there with the Sheriff. And will rotate around, but B-Man able to return the favor. Caught him on steps. Now B-Man going that they're around this corner, just waiting. There's maybe not knowing there's a 3-stack. Oh, but it does get 2 in the process, but Carrot takes out P-Man. While they were at it, now it's back to a 2v2.
Bladestorm available for him as well. This is so winnable. Rifles recover, but look at Wizior. What a lurk, what a flank. Finds the frag, but now it's just DJ. Lurk for lurk. B-Man's ready for it. Shuts it down. The flawless streak stays true as it's 6 on the trot for the Monkeys.
And impressive work. They have just, this is not the same team that we saw on map 1, in my opinion. I think they've completely reinvented their gameplay here, which needed to happen. Adjustments needed to be made, but the correct ones have been made, and they continue to just keep on rolling with this here.
Yeah, that they have is, now we have to think, what do you change up if you're on the defensive side here of ZZ Top? He had that moment to chat things over. The change didn't work, but now here comes the buy, and it looks like maybe the change is in aggression. They're fighting for mid control. Banana wants an opener that he'll find, and to dismiss a way to maintain the 5 versus 4 advantage. This is exactly what they've been looking for so many rounds.
Absolutely. Bladestorm out for Carrot. Typically it's an op, but again, that aim will come in handy regardless.
We got to stop.
Not really finding much as it stands right now, but that's okay. You have all round to use it. Frosty will now be patient here. And Spike, they thought B, but rotation coming here to look to push through mid. It's very rare that they've had a disadvantage. Not anymore. As the res comes out, they'll go directly back to 5-on-5.
Yeah, but what they gain in player count and what they return to a 5v5, they lose out in time. Minute left on this clock. It's still plenty of work to work with, but they're losing space. You see an owl thrown out towards B main, but you see that frag there. It's Frosty cut down by Wizzy or DJ to push up towards heaven, and the spike to soon come down on this A site. The neural theft will reveal the information, but they're not ready for the swing shots going wide. Carrot eventually connects. He's looking for a double. It's the headshot there onto the Sage, but P-Man, he can completely turn this one around, but he's already revealed. Has to fall back. Banana is applying the pressure, but he's also buying time. He's vying for this position, and he'll just fall back. Banana forced to ignore him. Instead having to push on to this site. The drop down, her B-Man ready. Doesn't win the fight though. DJ's there. They're walled off from the team. It's just Kitsune alone waiting for his teammate to break down the wall to come to support, but it does not matter. The Astra's good enough. The flawless streak continues on to 7.
B-Man made a rare mistake, and they just weren't able to take advantage of it, and so ZZ Top, the struggle continues for it, but all props in the world for Monkey and the adjustments they've made so far to get the 7-0 advantage. And how long can this continue to be this domination on map 2 when we thought we might all be going home after 2 maps? Well, I'm rethinking that for sure.
Yeah, it is looking like a possible comeback here. Carrot had such a great attempt, and DJ was looking to get the heroic stun as well, but I think the important factor there was the lurk of P-Man. The time he bought allowed his teammate to win that out, and the success of that is going to be a save round here, but the judge, it is damn good and close. 3 for Frosty. He wants more. It's not going to happen, but maybe he's done just enough. Could the Thrifty be what turns things around? Well, maybe not. Wizier's fought back into this one. Banana's there onto the trade, but 1 versus 3. The weapon's still not great, but that's not happening on Banana's watch.
There you go. There's a spark of life from ZZ Top, as the 3K definitely helps. Oh my, 3 back-to-back-to-back and impressive stuff there from Frosty, bringing the team back to life. Somebody has to, and that's one way to do it, knowing that they have that 3-stack and just around the corner. So that's just knowing your opponent, and not only that, but being able to execute as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see this position from Banana, which was just important. He'd pushed his way up through mid very early on in that round and was ready to finish things out with that bit of a pinch. Money is still there for both of these squads, and the Bladestorm, that's going to get popped for Monkey right off the rip. They're back to the aggressive ways, but Frosty still has the judge. Frosty gets 1, 2, multi-kill for multi-kill. It's Frosty every time to try and win these rounds, but The job isn't finished. The job is not done, but Carrot is here. So is Banana. A great position. They're dancing in and out. And well, it's the dance of death. Cut down to a 3 versus 1 is the final man. Wizior, he's far from home.
Great action here to start things off. DJ gets the kill and to finish it off. That's 2 in a row now. And the momentum's starting to swing a little bit. And we saw Carrot go back to work with the op as well. But the judge, you're telling me 5 kills in the last 2 rounds, just back to back to back.
Judge is a fun gun that I think is very fair and balanced, and I'm really glad it's only 1850.
Very cheap, very reliable, especially when you know they group up and have a certain play style. There's no doubt about it here. 7-2 the score now. This is ZZ Top. Right when they start talking about how, oh, well, maybe, you know, they didn't have a clear advantage and they're looking like the team that came out on map number 1, as they will look to go back to work as well on the defense.
Oh, well, they check the angle this time because Frosty, he's out towards A main as it's 1 strong at least, postured towards mid. Banana has found a gap in the Nebula, but B-Man, I mean, he's ready for that angle, ready for the shot. The judge, surely not, surely not. How many rounds? Someone please stop this man.
I cannot believe this. Again going to work and Carrot returning the favor. This is just deja vu. Every single round. Oh, that was such impressive work. As now, you see the spike. Its way to A now. It'll be B-Man and Wizier together grouped up. What do you have? 1 on site to the right side. No way to get that intel, I don't believe. Cypher with you. We'll see what they can kind of construct here. As quick. Double cloud burst 2, but Frosty again with the judge.
Oh.
Can somebody stop this man? What in the world is happening?
I'm just done. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to watch this guy get a judge clip every single round. He's a criminal. He's on the loose, a serial killer who just keeps getting away with it. And I mean, who needs a rifle? When you start things with a judge, you end things with an op. I mean, the secret sauce, the recipe, it's been piped back in for ZZ Top.
Well, no surprise, Frosty will go right back to it.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did reinvest. He had the money. He's like, judge time, baby. This is what I was born for. And maybe it's judge for judge, because 1 has been bought in from the attacking side as well. It's working its way towards the B site, as there's actually only 1 man to hold. However, Rotate will be here nice and quick of Carrot, but in rotating off, he'll leave Banana alone, but Banana, he is great by himself. He'll find that frag independent of his co-duelist support, as there is a refrag found, maybe a little bit overzealous out towards mid.
They trying to peek it there as B main will be the play. And Sova, Hunter's Fury coming out. Get much with it, it didn't look like, so DJ able to get that kill on Kitsune, and we're left with the 4v2. That being said, Jet and Cypher very low on HP here on the defensive side, so they'll have to play this one relatively smart regardless. Remember, it's also Monkeys that has the Sage and heals should they need it. Things kind of calm down after that onslaught of kills. That's until P-Man able to get 1 on DJ and even things up here. Eric just waiting for that next optic.
Yeah, and he's ready for it, holding the tight line. He's worried about his heaven, though. The glass has been broken, but the back is turned. Carrot with the shot. Tailwind still up. Ooh, eventually finds the head there. And P-Man, well, this one is winnable. 1 versus 2. Still has both of his soul orbs up, but it's the Astra utility of Frosty to counter out. He's been dragged out of his position. He's been revealed, but he's still winning the duels. 1 versus 1, but he goes too wide on the Dispiss. Frosty clutches it up, and I mean, it's flawless streak for flawless streak, a momentum-heavy game, but it swings towards the favor of ZZ Top.
I was so concerned. I thought Frosty was going to lose his judge. But instead, he'll keep rolling with it. And again, the momentum keeps swinging. It went from 7-0. That's 4 straight now unanswered from ZZ Top, which is a lot of what we saw on last map, too. The only difference is this will be the last round before the swap. So now, I mean, going in and maybe getting another round win, suddenly you're talking about a 2-round difference. And that would be absolutely insane to think about after dropping the first 7 rounds.
So I was really excited for the operator head-to-head in this map. I'm like, oh, how is B-Man going to counter Carrot? I think we should have been ready for the Judge head-to-head, because now it's B-Man versus Frosty instead.
Oh man, and how can you expect that though?
Yeah.
There's no way until you actually see it play out the way it has.
Oh, this is a tough spot to be in. Banana's stuck in the corner, but maybe he's not too trapped. He's the beast of the hunt. In close, it's Carrot to add on into that one, but DJ does go down. The Judge of B-Man will find itself its first bit of damage, as now we're into a 3 versus 4. The neural theft to bring that information out towards mid, and well, they've claimed the tree room. Kitsune, good walk up here. Oh, misses the movement. Carrot somehow wins that one out. That's got to have you feeling great.
Absolutely, what a bad one stuck with it. Ooh, a little pick from Wizzier. That was impressive too. Daki got one, but B-Man returned the favor very quickly. Now B-Man, look at the plant off it looks like on B site. Has a rotation. Although outnumbered, has a really good shot here, especially the B-Man that we've seen in the last semifinals, who definitely able to get those kills pretty easily. Also rocking the oven as well.
You can deal so much damage with this weapon. The wall bang, well, it's going to be tough without the utility of a Sova, but regardless, he can try and get it done. Nah, Banana, he'll shut that one down quickly. You play the 50-50, and sometimes the gods of chance swing against you. We can see the ZZ Top fans in the crowd, and well, they've got to be feeling good, because that's 5 rounds in a row for their team.
The ZZ Top fan club.
Sorry.
Of course. There it is. Get him hyped up. And amped up. Again, that energy kind of went by the wayside a little bit when you dropped quite a few rounds in a row, but since then have battled their way back, and now a very, very pivotal pistol round. You win this one, you get the momentum swinging in your favor, you already have a map in your back pocket as well. Well, things are looking up for ZZ Top.
And I mean, they've looked good on pistol rounds previously. In that first semifinal, in the first map, I think they won most, if not all of them. So it's going to be a big round here for Monkey. And it's not a big round in way of the momentum, right? Or excuse me, not in way of the score count, because they have a pretty commanding score count going into this one. I mean, it's just the Judge highlight reel we're looking back at, but it's a matter of kind of getting that mental under check, because you lose first map after a big streak. You need to fix that for the second, and now that's looking pretty good, actually. A good aggressive set play out towards main to garner them a man advantage.
Definitely, and for Monkey it is crucial as well, because you didn't look very good on the defense last map. So it's good to get that quick start, at least on the pistol round, but things were quickly evened up as Kitsune able to get one as well. So now we tackle for the 3-4. Outnumbered and on site. Knows that it's coming A though regardless. Banana. Nice little pop there on Kitsune. Now things kind of calm down.
Yeah. Into a 3 versus 3 here is a bit of a push up towards mid, trying to garner this information onto the contact play. He won't get it. Will fall away at very least, and will find that rotation for his team. Wall ready to come up here. It hasn't happened just yet, but he's trying to cut off the stairway, and he'll actually be able to pinch into the site, but there's a jet up top. Carrot is above him from downtown. The frag comes through. Now it's a 3 versus 2 as the plant hits the floor. ZZ Top in a great position. B-Man funneled in by his own Sage as well. Will need a bit of parkour if he wants to get over. Oh, it does sneak on top as Wizzior contacting up. Cage in close. The right click's not good enough, and said Carrot will fall. So a 2 versus 2 head revealed down towards Dapper. It's Daki to fall. Banana in a 1v1. B-Man to clutch it up, and the pistol round to pull it to 6.
That is a great way to bounce back. You've been seeing round after round go in the favor of the other team, and it didn't look very promising. Of course, it was relatively, even there, but what a statement. What a way to jump back into this. And so now back to a 3-round advantage here, and they'll be able to go Spectres for the most part, as expected. B-Man with the Ghost as well. Oh, B-Man going Judge. A likely story.
Yeah, I'm personally incredibly surprised. I would have never seen B-Man buying it, Judge. But, you know, jokes aside, I think I might have said it was 6 for ZZ Top. It is, of course, the Monkeys who are winning out on that 1 versus 1 and find that 3-round lead aforementioned, as it is just the hard stack towards the B site. Heavy push coming forward. B-Man with the cloud burst, the shot on the Judge, but the shot straight back through the smoke. However, to go big, it's the Sage looking for his third as he plays around the utility to perfection. Carrot only has a classic to work with. He should not be long for this world as Monkey looking towards 9.
And now Carrot gets that pick quickly as Wiminashi take it out. And now Taki around the corner. Judge.
Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness. Where did that come from?
Wait, how is this winnable? This feels very, very winnable at this point. Damage dealt onto one player of ZZ Top. Ataki's still incredibly healthy, but he only has the Judge to work with. The close angles are good, but it's a 50-50. Where are they going? Towards the stairs or up towards Speedway? You have to make your choice, and well, they're splitting up. P-Man in first, and Kitsune to find the other. Good frags there from Monkey. It looks scary, but they'll still win it.
There it is. Abuse allowed, so now up to 9-5. Well played yet again, 2 rounds in a row, and suddenly you're feeling it. And they're looking a lot stronger defensively on this map, there's no doubt about it. I was kind of concerned about their defensive strategies coming into this one. Obviously, you take it from a map-by-map basis, but regardless, they look a lot better as they continue to press. And in a blink of an eye, looks like, you know, a whole different team. It's so streaky in this game where it's just back and forth. You'll see one team take a majority of the rounds and vice versa.
Yeah, it has been back and forth, but you hear the chants coming out. They are excited. ZZ Top fan club in full forces. Want their team to close out this round to lessen that gap down to 3 as it's a bit of a default posture. The lean's out towards B. The spike is in that position as well, but the wall keeps them away for now.
Enough Carrot pondering how to get around it. Barrier orb was very effective. Sure enough, spike will just kind of pause its way here. And just continues to play patiently. B is obviously the play here. Wasn't able to get to it, but now knows where Sage is. Sage has to play another one, but does get the kill regardless. And B-Man with the follow-up as well. There's the pick. Carrot. It's the Sage to go, so no more heals. And Wizzy with the trade. Daki now trading blows. It's a back-and-forth battle, but at the end of it, a 3-1 advantage.
Oh, Carrot, who else but him in the clutch? 1 versus 2 now as he's cut it down from 3. The Blade Storm up and available, but he doesn't want to use that. The Phantom will do, and the utility, it's good as well. It doesn't have
30 seconds
Cloudburst, but Tailwind, 2 updrafts, the tools in his toolkit to try and build a house, to build a lead around as we see what he sees. Doesn't know of the Cypher. Last seen in close, but he clears it. Hard clears it. The dash back almost finds him safety. But B-Man in the 1 versus 1 will win the bonus and catapult his squad to double digits.
Well played all around. Wizzy played that very well. Unfortunately, that's how you do it, right? You got to stick with it too. A 10-5 advantage now here for the defense. So Monkey's playing really well. ZZ Top, although the fans behind them needs to find at least 1 in order to make the momentum swing. We'll see what they can do. B-Man has been absolutely on fire this round, regardless.
That he has. It's just the pistols to come out in this one, and it's the Blade Storm Judge duo for the Jets on, well, actually both sides. It's a Blade Storm for Blade Storm Pop, but Carrot, he's the one to watch here. He is the danger man because he could change the tide of this round. Sheriffs, sure, they're good, but it takes a lot. The Blade Storm, however, can turn its way into an unstoppable force. That hasn't happened just yet. It's the round goes off to a nice and slow start. The posturing, it's been lent out towards A, but the spike on rotation.
And on the backside as well, playing defense, and like still attacker spawn. Great pick there from Banana. Banana's been so effective of getting those quick picks early and then being able to kind of take it back. So kind of working your way back away from it. But B-Man and Carrot both with a Blade Storm. Wins in that regards. Open for the battle too here. We'll see what happens. But Carrot gets the first kill. We'll reset Knives, gets the second one. Another reset. But B-Man gets him with the Judge. That's quick reaction time right there.
Yeah, that it is. But Daki, he's still found the first there needs 2 more to work with. Hunter's Fury and a post plant. The items he has to contend with is the cam will reveal him. Drop down, shot to attempt to mask it, but they're aware the swing comes through, but this is now a 1 versus 1. The res up, oh no, the shot's whiffed. Judge, now it's a 1 versus 2. How is this swung away? But it's the judge. Of course it's the judge for Daki. Needs to find at least 1 more. It's awkward. Swinging around the box, through the cage. The clutch is there. Daki with the judge to find ZZ Top on the board for their second half.
Oh my, unbelievable work from Daki there, even with the res and sticking with it because a bit of a mistake there, right? But stuck with it throughout the round. That's impressive. I love it. I love it. They're back within 4.
Oh, this is just kind of a clown fiesta of a round. It was like Thrifty for Thrifty. No, this guy's going to win. And then the judge to almost bring it into the favor of Team Monkey. But ZZ Top there with the clutch. That's what you need, right? Get the energy back in there. Get the money back in there because it was just a Thrifty round that they won. And talk of money, it's looking good. And for Monkey, it's looking awful. Classics, judges, a Nova Pulse to stun and Carrot to open the round up. He'll dash on in a bullet train into the face of P-Man. He'll fall, and now it's a 5 versus 3. Wizzier, ooh, the double dink, good enough to at least find something, but there's nothing more where that came from. It's a 4 versus 2 on the retake, and well, now the story of dealing damage, that's now the one that has to be told by Monkey.
Especially when Wiminashi is carrying a classic right now, and Kitsune with the Ghost, and they're gonna elect to try to go backside here. Side A, Jet peeking. Of course, no sight line to work with. And so they'll continue to play angles here, play patiently, play time, because you have it. And Carrot gets 1 kill too, so just down to the Astra, and sure enough, Carrot able to take it. It's a 4K.
Yeah, I feel like Carrot has had a bit of a slower start to this game, but he's really finding his way on line at this point in time. And I mean, that is crucial for this squad. He's the main point of initiation. Yeah, they have the flashes behind the Reyna, but that's really it. You kind of have to rely on the human flash of Carrot to create the space, making its way onto the site. But well, lots of talk of Carrot, lots of talk of his operator, but I think for the first time this game, we're getting to take a look at B-Man's own hopping prowess.
Absolutely, which I was excited to see too, because I knew obviously capable of doing so. I don't know if we got a sneak peek of it in the semifinals matchup, but definitely getting to see it here. It's refreshing, right? It's nice. First of all, not to see the judge, but secondly, just being able to, you know, have multiple tricks up your sleeve doesn't hurt by any means. And so now it'll be B-Man. Stay back. Unfortunately smoked out by Astra. So now Daki pulling the Hunter's Fury. Not sure he got a lot of intel on that one, but does get a kill from B-Man, so make it worth it at the end of things. Even things up here. And they're definitely planning on taking A here. Empress from Banana now. The Weir as well, but not able to take advantage of much of that one though. They'll have to rotate.
Yeah, they're going to cut that one off and head their way out towards the B site. The tripwire still employed towards mid should reveal the information. Banana just going to body check that, and well, the timing was great for Kitsune there to deal the damage off of the spam. And now this play's been revealed as the Astro Stars, the wall as well, will come up. And well, now those stars will be pulled back into the pocket, usable deep into this post plant. But on the other side of the wall, outstands the troops of Monkey. They're ready to fight. They're ready to push this. But what they have to deal with first is Banana in main. He holds a huge position tucked in, but Kitsune, well, it's a big one as well, as this retake force will begin to push forward, and Banana falls immediately. Now it's just the players on the site, down a man to try and hold off against this squad. Is the first frag. It'll swing the flavor of Frosty into a 3 versus 3 now. Kitsune drops one in the backside. DJ 4-3. He's hyped up. He's feeling it, and he's found his team in 8th round.
What a play. Just, fantastic job from DJ there. Just popping off, especially when you're at the bottom, right? Things haven't exactly gone your way frag-wise. And obviously, you know, you're not the duelist, right? You're not expected to. You had that moment, super nice. They're able to pop off a little bit and get that 3K at the very end to hold things off. They'll pull themselves back within 2, and finally we have ourselves a close matchup, the one that we anticipated to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. Money's not here for Monkey. They're going to be stuck into a save. ZZ Top, they found a weakness in the ace. I think want to abuse it, but the weakness, it's been strengthened. The chip in the armor has been removed, and that was through aggression as they'll find an opening frag.
Done and quickly played too. As now, again, patiently playing this one. You know, at A, typically we'll play patiently at B. Looking for a mid push here is Carrot trying to catch anything here. Maybe a flank, but not available. Reyna playing so far back in defender's spawn right now. Looking mid here, and maybe the battle will happen, but we'll have to hold off for now as the A push seems imminent, but they're definitely being very tactful about it.
Yeah, B-Man actually might have an isolated duel here. Yeah. Over towards the Cal. Oh no, that timing's not great for him. He knows that there's someone close. It's Carrot. Carrot will find that headshot in the Jet versus Jet and win out. He doesn't need to see his opponents. The spam through the cage, through the cloud burst, that'll do the trick. It's now a 3 versus 4. The aggression, it's still here. Carrot looking for more, but well, that's been taken care of. Maybe getting a little bit overzealous, a little overconfident in his own abilities. That'll have him falling down and putting this into a very winnable spot now for Monkey. Is, well, now they have a rifle to work with. P-Man up top with the Phantom in hand and Banana down low. The dart should reveal at least one, or at least keep them occupied. I think a ping found their wallbang potential with only 59 HP. This is dangerous, but out comes the Cosmic Divide towards main. Daki 4-1, Kitsune on the trade back. There's still a man in hell who has to be dropped. He will, the last player. Frosty in main, he is so far away from this spike, trusting on the utility. He doesn't know exactly how much time is left, but despite the lack of noise, he'll win it out. One grab well is all it takes to claim the 1 versus 2.
Oh man, patience is a virtue, and so is momentum. Back within 1 now, after almost counting them out at the very beginning. I'm super excited about this team and how they've been able to rally here, and there's no doubt about it. We have to say, I think the ZZ Top fan club has come in handy.
Yeah, they are, and I mean, we've got to give credit to Banana in that one because he had the discipline. Normally it's like, your teammate does, you gotta swing that, you gotta trade that, but he plays a little bit closer to his chest, just tucks in and instead bides the time, and in big part, that's what won him that round, because 1 grab well was all it took to set that one in motion. You see the rotations coming out towards B very early on. That makes me think maybe they're getting a little bit nervous, a little bit angsty, because, I mean, you can start to feel the pressure mounting. You can start to feel that momentum against you.
Sure enough, sure thing. And we're talking about their aggression, how it's working for him too, but the patience seems to be just as effective as the defense looks to have 2 on B site right now as well, although looking strong A. No intel quite yet, so I don't know really what to expect on the defensive side of things for Monkey. Now comes the push. It's inevitable. Jumping on site, the Jets. Daki able to get one though, and traded up by the Sage. Banana goes down here, and Daki might be able to get this plant off. Sure enough, there it is. Now the retake from the very top side of things seems inevitable at this point, especially with these picks that they're getting.
Yeah, that it might just be looking for 3 now. Minashi wants more. It's B-Man 4-1. It's Daki. He needs the ace here, looking for it, but B-Man to shut it all down. The momentum had swung against him, but now that pendulum of fate pushes them back to 11.
So huge for them too. I love seeing it. They're hanging with it too, and of course, I mean their championship lives are on the line here. It's being threatened at least whenever they pull it back within 1. So you know, when an imminent threat for the team comes at you, that's when you'll see a change, basically a jump in the heart of this team, and that's what we saw in that round. If you're a fan of Monkey, of course you hope it continues, but of course the way that ZZ Top has gained the momentum and the way that they had the advantage in map 1, they're going to be tough to hold off.
Yeah, it is going to be challenging for them to get this one done, but despite losing out on that round, the money is still good. Still plenty to work with in the rifle department as the lean is out towards this B site. 4 strong with just 1 player of Banana to work things out towards mid. A late round lurk could have huge impact, but to get to the late round, you have to find yourself a site, and the Cypher utility is keeping them away for that for now. It's Cage for Cage. It's a Hunter's Fury pop to try and connect something here, but thus far, the lightning, the thunder, it's not enough. The ult goes down with a whimper, but Kitsune, he'll go down as well. B-Man up and over the top and updraft towards the spawn side to take care of Frosty in this Cage. It's actually working against him. No one is checking logs. B-Man has found himself one frag, the drop down into the Lion's Den, into the Shark's pit, but Carrot will dispose of his opponent. Now, 1 versus 3. DJ Moto have to go clutch here as, well, he's turning his way around the angles. Needs to isolate a duel, but the Monkeys will not allow that one. 3 left alive as they push to map point.
Nicely done. And they have a chance to close it out here in this map. Force map number 3. As now the crowd gets behind ZZ Top. Listen to them chants. Trying to amp up their team because you want to close it out now. The last thing you want to do is go to a map 3, especially when the momentum is going to shift quickly and very clearly to Monkey, who's been effective.
Yeah, well, if you are a fan of ZZ Top, this is when they need your energy. 3 away from overtime. Their chance to bring this one back, and Monkey's chance to close out, to come back from a huge deficit in the first game, a 13-2 loss. To come into a quick victory here would be huge, and they're only 1 step away. The Sage util has been broken down, and the Nebula, it's been popped up to isolate the attacking side for the moment. They'll pump the brakes and slow things down.
If they will, as to center they go. Be a bit of a fake, just checking out and seeing who is at mid for the defenders, and nobody there. So that kind of gives them the intel that they might be able to push A, but they don't know that there's 3 there. So just waiting, adjusting. B-Man able to get a pick off as well. Also recognize the jet there too, so a lot of good intel there as well.
Man down here for ZZ Top, and damage already dealt. Their star player on the Carrot. He's been put into a tough spot. No Sage, no heal. Someone else will have to go huge. Tailwind not even available. If he wants to make things quick out towards the B site here. With only 30 seconds left, they're going to have to deal with a ton of utility. Jumped into the corner, Kitsune, he'll hold things close to his chest, but he'll spray away now. Finds one, Astral Wall is up, the Cosmic Divide to try and bring this to a possibility, but they have to deal with Kitsune. He has his tripwire to play off of, he has to grab, though the time is ticking down, and it might just be the clock of death. Kitsune for 1, Frosty back on the trade, it's 6 seconds for the spike has to come down, it's been knocked to the floor, and it's a 3 versus 1, but there's just not enough time. Monkey, they'll fight back in, they'll take the map, and they'll take a dice box.
Oh, I love it, because everybody counting the mounts in. Not the best showing in map number 1, but they stuck with it, and you know, they even held off an onslaught of emotion and just the comeback that was just a little bit short there from ZZ Top, but all the credit in the world for Monkey to hold off not only a map 1 performance that they wish they had back, but that map 2 where they almost gave it away, but they kept with it.
Yeah, and I mean, in that little victory moment, you can see the joy, but you can also see what looks maybe a little bit more like relief, because I think if you're a player with this squad, you could feel that slipping away. You were like, we have this in the bag, and then round after round, you start to lose out. Things start to move against you, but they hold strong. They win it out. They'll take us on into that 3rd map, and I mean, now this could be absolutely anyone's game.
Absolutely. It was super close, and you know, I'm not surprised to see Carrot at the top of the leaderboard as well, but that being said, it was a very quiet carry there. Unfortunately, defeat for them. B-Man leading the way on the other side of things. Let's check out the replay and see how we got these results, because it was quite the showing here from Monkey as they bounce back.
Yeah, absolutely it was. I mean, early on, it was the judge show. I feel like the game was so long that I almost forgot a couple of those big moments with the shotgun. And I mean, you can see the fans there back in the replay. Again, big thank you to all those folks who are joining us in person. You could be anywhere and you're here to watch some awesome Valorant. You're here to watch some students duke it out. And I mean, I guess you're here to watch a judge highlight reel.
It's simply put, that's what it was. And Frosty, it was a reliable go-to. Listen, if it's working and if it's not broken, don't fix it, is the saying. And sure enough for Frosty, that was successful to begin things. But obviously, as you play on, that can't be your go-to, right? So just a little bit short on this one. I'm excited for the map 3 as well. I think it's going to be maybe just as close. Also going to be a map that we haven't seen on stream yet.
Yeah, I mean, Icebox is an exciting one. I guess to look to some of the smaller things, I think Kitsune was doing really well on the Aster. His grab wells were excellent, but there were a couple moments with some kind of grief smokes where there was a big gap and Opshot was able to come through. I think we're, like I mentioned, seeing some of the nerves out of these players. It's a big moment for them. They're trying to stay focused. I think the momentum-heavy style as well only adds to that. But I mean, overall, this was an absolutely fantastic showing by Monkey. It was a showing of resiliency to be able to take that loss and fight straight back in.
That's easier said than done, especially at this level with all the talent that we've seen here tonight. And we're not done. We have a map number 3 of the championship coming up shortly, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
What an exciting night.
They also helped me get my scholarship for Columbia College.
And I'm just excited to see my son get involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for map number 3 of the championship. Who walks away with $7,500 in scholarships? Alongside Mimi, my name is Bear Lights, and we could not be more excited. These are the results we're expecting, a super close championship.
Yeah, I mean, this grand final thus far, it has not disappointed. I mean, map 1, I thought map 2 was going to be a similar story, right? I thought we were going to see a situation where one team just runs away with it, and that was looking like it was going to be ZZ Top. They had such a strong showing on Blind, but then we come to Ascent, and Monkey have such a strong start. They win out not only the pistol and the buy-up round, they win their bonus, and well, the momentum doesn't stop from there. I think it was a 7-0 lead before a fight even came out of ZZ Top, and well, yes, it got competitive from then on out. It was still a very impressive showing overall, but those matchups, they're over. We have to focus our way into a Icebox right here, right now, because that is where the money is. That is where these scholarships will be decided. And of course, those bragging rights as well, getting to call yourself the champion.
Absolutely. They got to put it out of their minds, but it's definitely not out of ours, as we have learned the new meta, which is apparently is to bring out the judge. Don't know what that was all about, or I would imagine that they gravitate away from that. That will work in Icebox, in my opinion. So we'll definitely be excited to see what kind of strategies they do come in with. For me, I think possibly a Sage you walk in with, always so effective at Icebox. Exactly what they come in momentarily. As most of the players have joined in the lobby, your expectations here for this matchup?
I think agent picks are going to change in a big way. We've seen Astra thus far from both these maps out of Monkey, I believe. I don't think they're going to stick with that. I think it's kind of not the best idea to bring Astra on this map. It's just so wide open, very hard to utilize her utility in a good way, and Viper is just so incredibly strong. I think we see a double Viper. She can work as that solo controller. She can also work paired with an Omen, even a Brimstone. You can get creative. I think Icebox, maybe outside Haven, has some of the most strategic depth in Valorant right now. You can try a lot of things. They can work, but I think if we're just talking about NA standard, we'll see a Viper, we'll see a Jet, Sage, a Sova, or a Skye. I tend to lean towards the Skye on this map, but Sova as well is fantastic. But this is the final map. This is what it is all about. So let's hear some noise. Let's hear your support. Are you with Team Monkey? Are you with ZZ Top? Show it now, because it's one more map underway.
Super excited. I can't hear you, PAX Arena. Amp it up. Let's hear you. Let's go. Icebox time. Agents being picked now. Carrot most likely going to gravitate towards Jet as expected. We'll see. Amped up to see exactly what the picks are. But that being said, again, Icebox hasn't been played at all today. So it'll be a nice, refreshing start here going into this one.
Yeah, we see the Yoru hover coming out. I don't think Yoru is horrible on this map, but I don't think that's actually going to come to fruition. The Sage hover, that one makes a bit more sense. But talking about the comp for ZZ Top, well, what they've locked in is, interestingly enough, an Astra. They're committing to that. It's a Viperless comp. And Frosty, well, he's sticking with that agent. I think it's incredibly difficult to be a solo Astra on this map, and especially starting attacker side. A lot of pressure is going to be on the back of this guy.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. They come in with a bit of confidence, does Monkey. But that being said, ZZ Top looking to get directly back into it after an impressive showing in map number 1, as we are about to head into this one. But again, going over the agents, Banana as Reyna, I like it. As far as Daki goes, Sova, you get that intel, ever so important. And of course, we haven't gotten to see a lot of Viper because there hasn't been very viable maps to use Viper, but in this case, of course, the exception.
Yeah, I mean, Viper, I think she's one of the best agents in the game at this point in time. She is so powerful. The Astra Viper meta as well was huge, but here we're not seeing AV together. We're seeing those Astra and those Viper picks separated. It has all come down to this one last map, 15 seconds before the pistol round comes underway. Will it be Team Monkey or will it be ZZ Top taking the lion's share of the 10,000 scholarship dollars?
Oh man, going back to work on the defense is going to be Monkey, as they were able to close it out on the last map too. And on the pistol rounds, it will look to go B here. And we're plan here is to stack A on the defensive side of things, which is a pretty common practice here. Stacky trying to get some intel here with the drone. Able to see a whole lot with it, so we'll try to push into B right off the bats. They have 4 on site, but quickly realized by the defense as you see the rotation come around. Spike already down though. Now the attempt to the retake as Frosty tried to get one, but Wizzy are able to get him taken care of. Good recognition, good reaction time. They'll have the first real advantage here, does Monkey.
Ooh, what a lurk there. Carrot will pick off one, and he'll keep pushing from this position. He has to be dealt with before they can commit to this retake, and he's still just dancing up and down. Tailwind available to get out of dodge. Ooh, knife out for P-Man. Right click is good from the top rope. He won't connect. He'll miss that one. P-Man's still alive. Sheriff in his hands, but listen to the time. It's so far gone this round. At this point, it's all but over. The spike will detonate. The attackers will win, and as every single player in the server hits the floor, ZZ Top will claim victory.
Yeah, nicely done to start things off, and really you want to get off on the right foot on this map, especially when it definitely wasn't the case last time, dropping 7. So jumping out quickly is what the doctor ordered, and that's exactly what they brought. Of course, Banana has been super effective. Carrot's been most of the main frag, but those two duelists as a tandem, I love.
I didn't even realize there was a knife kill at the end there. There's absolutely no benefit to that in Valorant, but, you know, it's the BM. It's the feels good, man. Get the energy back in.
Bragging rights, right?
Sure. You know,
Maybe,
I got a knife kill on stage. That's pretty cool to be able to say.
Not a lot of people can say that, well, especially because Valorant lands haven't existed for very long. So we're super thankful again for Stay Plugged In, for allowing the opportunity. Everybody here, PAX Arena, all of our great sponsors as well, for putting on this event. It's been quite amazing. As this will be the last map. If you're just joining us, it is a 1-1 tie in the best of 3 series. But in round 2, as we see right now, the spike has already gone down quickly. Obviously, the quick B plant has been a strategy of the ZZ Top side.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're doing it without that Viper Wall yet again. But speak of Viper Walls, we see one queued up here for that retake. This will force the fight to come forward or the utility to be committed to stave off this push. But the wall's not committed. Instead, Wizyor will fall. That util will never see the light of day. It's just a shooting range from across the map. B-Man has a shorty. He's not in the correct spot. And Carrot, it takes him a minute. A little shake of the head to ensure it. But the round will be found as it's 2-0 for ZZ Top.
Nicely done. This strategy obviously working for him too, the quick B push and just relying on your fragging abilities, plain and simple. And I mean, that works. A quick 2-0 start here on Icebox, as B push has been the obvious choice for them. We'll see if they continue that trend. Looks like they might as they line up to do so. But again, the defense of Monkey right now, I mean, they're steadfast in this, on this split when it comes to the defense.
Yeah, that they have been, and well, it's still B that this posturing is showing, but it's an emphasis elsewhere, actually out towards middle, and they're just contacting up. No util has been used, and well, thus far they're completely unknown, but in exchange for that, they've lost information towards A main. A brief push up from Monkey, but look how deep they've gotten. B-Man finds one. Carrot is there for the trade back, but P-Man doubling down to take away 2 frags is now 4 versus 2, the walk up and route towards A.
Not looking very likely, but they do have the numbers on A as they slowly work their way around. Kitsune gets one, but then traded out. But now they know exactly where you are. The defense rotates around. Can Daki get the plant off? No, knows better. And takes a peek there, able to get one. Patiently plays around the box. Knows exactly where they are. Try to get around to get that kill. Will go top side. He loads quickly, but gave away position, and P-Man finishes off an impressive round with the 3K.
Monkey onto the board there. It was the rifle, so you expect him to win that one out, but I think overall you take the damage if you're the likes of ZZ Top. The push up towards mid, not a lot of teams rock with that, especially not Dry. That's kind of a confidence play to just realize that they're not playing someone up towards middle. They're not watching that headshot angle, so we can find that space. However, it was very astute from P-Man to retake that control and to find himself the crucial double. Is now the buy will come back on in from ZZ Top, but the buy for Monkey, it's looking pretty bad here.
Yeah, it wasn't very impressive here, and I want to think that that's gonna at least help ZZ Top try to accomplish what they did in the first 2 rounds. Sure enough, it's a B push as expected, and a couple of picks right off the bat. And it continues to work for him. Just a Viper here, which will get a kill there. But was here completely taken out now. And 3v1 now, although B-Man got one, a lot of work to do.
Spike planted.
And the spike is down yet again. Jet on jet battle as B-Man looks to peek. Coming from kitchen, gonna go backside instead. Quick tailwind to get over. Fights off and waits out. The freeze too. Good pick there on Carrot. So hold that thought, 1v2. As B-Man looks to retake the site. Frosty on the right. Also, pops the ult and gets taken out by Frosty. We move to 3-1.
Yeah, that round, ooh, that one hurts if you're Team Monkey, because not only did you put your all into that, you invested, I think, 2 additional rifles on top of the ones you saved over from the last round, as well as the kind of other scuffed force buys they could muster. They just popped the Blade Storm right at the end. That's normally your tool on an eco to try and pull off an upset. Now that's gone as well, and well, now they're still looking for answers about how to deny this B play.
Yeah, it's been super impressive, and there's been no answers. I mean, you could stack B, but that's definitely not the play here. And so they'll continue to work. I don't blame them, especially knowing that this is probably going to be the case, right? The attack, again, now going towards A instead. Trying to change things up. Maybe throw a curveball, if you will. B-Man missing on that one, though. The backtrack does get that one off of Banana, though, but unfortunately, the animation a little bit too long and ran right into harm's way. And now down to 3v2 Frosty. Another pick, 4v2 now. Stage wall up, but quickly taken care of. Carrot gets 1, but not 2. And now we're into a 3v1 with the spike down. Gonna be a tough play. Sure enough, Frosty says, I'm not gonna wait around. I'm gonna go ahead and take him out, make it 4-1.
You know, I was a doubter on the Icebox Astra. I'm starting to believe in it a little bit more. It's rare you see someone that's so insistent on being an Astra player that they play it on the off-meta maps. I have a lot of respect for that. The fragging power that Frosty has put up on this agent and the utility usage as well has been absolutely excellent.
Absolutely. I think one of the things about this level of play, too, is, you know, you go with what you're good at. And although it doesn't make sense for the map necessarily, it's a showcase series. You have to show what it's all about. And then if you can pull it off on Icebox against, don't get us wrong, the talent here is absolutely existent. And if you can pull it off here, you can pull it off just about everywhere. So definitely making a statement with that Astra play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the goal is to show yourself off, try and prove your worth. And thus far, both these teams have done that. But Kitsune, he'll prove himself better than Frosty, at least in this round, as he'll find a nice early advantage for Team Monkey. ZZ Top trying to fight their way back into this one, and they're retreating back towards the flanks. But look at this push up in towards mid. There's a sneaky position from the Viper of Wizzior, and he might just be caught off guard. No, Carrot's not ready, nor is DJ. Spike is down. Wizzior goes massive, and now they're in a crunch. Sardine stuck in towards A main. The 2 remaining players of ZZ Top are trying to get this one done. Daki for at least 1. A Dink connecting, but it just has to be Banana, and he's not going to pull that one off. Monkey double into 2.
Yeah, that defensive push-up is, more common in maps like Haven, but, change things up, right? And experiment a little bit while you got the chance. And good to bring it back within 2 as well. And they'll begin this round a little bit more confident with a little bit of money in the pockets, too. And so you'll see P-Man and B-Man go directly for rifles. Looks like Kitsune to go along with that trend as well. Was your with the Spectre, and now just about all rifles there for them. So that was a very big round, and surprising to me that ZZ Top wants to go back A when B has been so successful for them.
I think part of it is just applying the early pressure, forcing out rotations, because Monkey wanted to stack towards B. Now that's being denied. You see rotates already underway. I mean, maybe a bit of an over-rotation, to say the least, but position out towards mid here from the attacking side of ZZ Top. They might just get caught out by the players towards the headshot angle. That hasn't happened yet, as Carrot just lurking, waiting on the break of the Sage Wall, as instead it's B-Man to break first contact. He'll find the info, knows his life is more important, so will fall away, but with a tailwind to work with, he can continue to play this angle back yellow as one jet tucks there, another gets aggressive. It's Carrot pushing up towards Kitchen. It's a matter of timing as the Cosmic Divide comes forward. B-Man tucked in. Banana will win out on that fight. And the flank, well, it gets absolutely nothing done. Very astute frag there to shut down Carrot as we're into a 4 versus 3. Viper's Pit available for the defensive side, and Spike is still yet to hit the ground. Through the wall, you can't hear it. You have to swing for the information. Banana still bettering players left and right. It's 3 frags on the round, but he'll be shut down. And well, at least now the man advantage a bit more even. Resurrection available, but time against them. Up comes the res. It's P-Man returning to active duty as the dart comes through, and Frosty looks to play off of his abilities as DJ towards back yellow. Picks off one. Kitsune up top. Makes noise on the drop down, and P-Man's in close. He's the last man now. Needs to find at least one, but they're just ping-ponging in and out of cover. He has no clear shot until now. Finds Stacky. No bullets. Oh, the classic sound. P-Man finds DJ, but the time's just not there. How many times will one piece of utility, will one shot from Frosty close things out? He's the insurance policy for ZZ Top, and he's closed out the 5th round.
You said it best. What a way to close out that round. Play of a time, and sure enough, Spike goes off. You got yourself a 3-round advantage and feeling good in the process as well, as P-Man did just about everything they could, but Frosty has been that X factor so far. Banana obviously top fragging with that Reyna choice. That's no surprise either. Carrot a little bit quiet in this one. Guess it doesn't really matter.
One enemy remaining.
Definitely gravitated away from that op, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, it's attacker side still, so we'll have to see if maybe he pulls something up a little bit later in this one. But this is an interesting piece of timing. Good movement from B-Man. Oh, they don't know. Now they're aware. He's dropped down into the den of Frosty and has been picked off. But talk of operator, here it is. Carrot has one out.
Sure enough, going right to it. And as they push B, of course. Now it's slow orb out, and so they're just playing positional, playing quiet. DJ had a really solid round last time. Now looking to go back to work. Dacky with the plant. Now with a minute left in this round, and we'll try to peek. You have eyes on Carrot right now and the operator. Checking for flank. Nothing there, so DJ now try to step up. The spike down. We'll see what kind of plan they have on this retake. E-Man right through. Great job and use of the Leer. Gets one kill, but Zaki returns the favor with a double kill.
Oh, KO knife line up there to try and find info. That's not gonna happen. Daki's on the case. 4 kills for the Sova. 6 rounds for ZZ Top.
Man, you felt it building for ZZ Top too, and you knew at some point someone's gonna step up and change the course of action, and that for sure was Dacky in that round as he stood fast and gets the 4K very late in that one, and they continue to press. A Queen 6-2 advantage moving in to round number 9. As you see, just full buys, all rifles, and of course Carrot with the op.
Operator and Carrot, a dynamic duo. He didn't get his chance in the sunlight last round, but here's his opportunity. It's a heavy lean out towards B, but this might not be the right call because ZZ Top already worked their way out towards the A site, and Kitsune in a very tough position. He'll pop the null command to try and slow the force. I love this ultimate. It buys him time. It buys time for the flank of P-Man. He's already up. Ooh, spots out one, but he's more worried about the players in close. Good for the first. Will dismiss back, but Kitsune, he's downed on the site. This pinch, it's not working out, but P-Man changing that fact. However, his team has fallen around him. 3 versus 3. It might have to be the retake if A-site is committed, but ZZ Top slowing things right back down.
Sure enough, and looking maybe the other side, they're very good at playing the patient play, right? And you see the defense, they're confused. They did go A originally, but able to kind of rethink and reassess, and with the knowledge given, they will rotate around B, and Carrot with that op pick, as expected, make it a 3v2, so now they have numbers as they move out on sites. You see the Jet on the back side of site right now, waiting for a clear shot as B-Man. Watching him, Carrot missing, so that'll allow B-Man to get 1 pick on Frosty, but Banana takes out Wizzier, and now 1 left. It's B-Man on this back side of the site.
10 seconds. Time is in his favor. All he has to do is deny the spike plant. Spam through the wall is doable, but Carrots ran away. The spam's not going to connect. The spike will come down, and now B-Man has an impossible challenge at his feet. 1 versus 2. the top performers for ZZ Top. There's opposition as he'll push forward. Cloudbursts are gone. That means nothing to cover the spike. The defuse, it'll have to come through, but that is not in his favor. Carrot with the final frag, and ZZ Top, they're feeling good. The fan club is hyped.
They are absolutely feeling it right now. Also the fans too, but B-Man doing everything they can right now, but unfortunately it seems like every time that they have an answer, every time that they have a solution, unfortunately the team falls directly after making a good play, and you know that consistency is important. You have to have a full man effort, full 5-person effort. In this case, they're not quite getting there yet. We know they're capable of it. We saw it last map. We'll see if they can jump back to it here as we enter in this round number 10. As B-Man will now try to push mid. But maybe he's second guessing that after seeing how many individuals stacked in that mid side.
Back bolts will be employed. There's the Cosmic Divide was the play here. No Viper, no problem. You've got that divide to work with, and talk of walls, another will go down. The plant at the hands of DJ and the operator. The dual face of holding the flank and of preventing his teammate from dying in the plant animation is the money. It's there, the guns, they're there, the flank, it's trying to come through. Cosmic Divide keeps him away, but stuck in the Cosmic world is Frosty. The bullets run out and Carrot finds one. B-Man and Wizior both on the trade back. The pit's up, the knives are great, the shot needs to hit. Doesn't happen, Classic's there, tailwind up. It's not in his favor. B-Man for the final frag. It's the thrifty round for Monkey.
Nicely done, well handled, and a bit of life as well into the eyes of this team. So again, battling back, they're within 4 here, as there's 2 more rounds until the swap, and you know, a couple more would definitely feel good if you're a fan of Monkey. That being said, ZZ Top has had a clear advantage for a majority of this. We'll see what they come out with, and looks like they'll peek mid, try to get as much intel as possible. They know the defense, and cheating in that fashion. It started out, you know, stacking the A side, but they've definitely second-guessed themselves in that way. And ZZ Top and their abilities will make you do that. Jet hop up mid, but does not see P-Man. And take out Banana. Carrot just missing. Not able to connect. Wild burst to an updraft. Back on this one, but not much developing here.
Yeah, it's a slow one here. Resurrection to come out for Banana in a 5v5, but Carrot will have the punish there, and DJ to find one as well. A crucial frag onto the Sage. Hop shot just over the head. B-Man receiving a free cut, but now he'll be taken care of as well. Blade Storm is up. He wants to continue this damage. We'll find like 2 connections with the Blade Storm from so very little HP to work with here if you're Wizior. And now he'll just have to push through spawn. Banana's directly above him. The drop down there, and Wizior to find it. Still, it's a 2 versus 4, and DJ holds on to kitchen control.
Kitsune now looking to push through kitchen. One there though, and so DJ able to take care of business. Now make it a 4v1 and a long shot for the Viper, to his backside on B. But still maybe looking to accomplish something here. Wait for the smoke patiently. Does get one Wizior, second kill of the rounds, knowing that somebody else is on site. But Carrot, quick dash, but didn't look the right way, so Wizior able to get one more. But time running out there regardless, and Frosty able to clean up as expected, as he's always been doing.
Yeah, no time left. A valiant effort, but a round will not be happening. Last round of the half here, it's the decision between a 4-8, 9-3. Either way, you're not going to feel good about that. It's your defensive side, generally favored on Icebox, and well, you have a pretty good comp for it. You have the Viper, you have the Sage, you have the legitimate Sentinel, and you have kind of the de facto Sentinel in way of that Viper. So it's a round that you really want to be able to win out, but not looking good for that thus far. Still, it's doable. They have rifles, besides the one Marshall, and well, they have a push up towards A from P-Man.
And did push up a little bit too. Frosty able to take care of him. Back with the Hunter's Fury. We'll try to find anybody. Connected on one, able to get the intel on it. The Carrot lines up his shots. He's been doing all day long. He needs to try to get back to work. Daki jump up on site here. Recognizing nobody here, is going to go for the plant right off the bat. Sure enough, it goes down now. The chance for the retake. Kitsune waits and waits on the backside, trying to let the play develop for itself. He has no idea what's coming for him. One taken out now, so a 3-on-3. But Banana with a great trade there. You have to get that trade, and he did.
Yeah, that he did, but still, it's a 3 versus 2. Wall goes up. They need to spam this one down, and Carrot has opened up the sight lines, finds one with the operator. Daki with the pinch. It's 9-3 in the half. Monkey will have to pull something phenomenal if they want to fight back for this championship.
Yeah, this squad wants it. You can tell ZZ Top wants it right now. They are feeling it, but not only that, but like they're playing for each other too. You can see the excitement they have round after round as you're seeing them right now get back into focus mode. Obviously, they want to close this thing out, and of course, pistol round coming up for the squad as they will transition it to the defensive side of things. And of course, heavily favored defense, so should be good. That B push was so effective earlier in the rounds of the first half that, you know, it just kind of gave them a higher advantage where it's so tough to dig your way out of it.
Well, this is going to be a very tough one for them to be able to win out on. Is for this attacking side of Monkey, they're putting pressure early on towards the A site. The KO knife comes out, so does the Viper wall. Maybe they're looking for a quick plant here as the spike on the back. But their Sage player rotates have come underway so quickly. 4 players here ready. It's Banana top the off angle. Ready for a shot as, well, they're just waiting for P-Man. This lurk could go huge.
Huge, and there it goes.
What?
Frosty able to get it, just walks in and takes what's his. Able to get one. Now it'll be a 4-5 in advantage of ZZ Top. Looks to continue their tradition of just owning the site here on Icebox. Okay. Waiting patiently just through the Viper wall and able to get that one as soon as Kitsune came through. Plant does get down, but Carrot gets one. Tries for the second one, does. Now he uses tailwind to try to get across. Not able to get to it, but the defuse should get there because Viper is so far out of the zone.
Ooh, but the mollies, it's paired with the utility. Oh no, it missed. Goes wide. Too much time left on the clock. Crisp as could be as it's a flawless round for ZZ Top. They've made their way to double digits, and now what? You're at a deficit of 7. You have to make that difficult choice. Do we force?
Absolutely. And at this point in time, there hasn't been many solutions to vines. If you do, it's do or die, right? Throw in all your cards, it's all in. And I mean, it would make it exciting, but at the end of the day, is it the best thing to do in this scenario? I wouldn't argue it is, but we'll definitely find out here shortly. As looks like they'll go with Spectres instead to at least try to get a few picks. I don't think it's a bad choice.
I mean, a few picks isn't really good enough at this point, though. 10
right.
rounds down, you need this. You can't let this round slip away from you, because that means 11. You're forced by it. Means your economy will be punished as well. Loss bonus hasn't built up. This is a necessity. And P-Man with that early dink is trying to get that one done. Frosty to fall away. They're committed to this retake, and Spike should be able to come down, but what goes up must come down, and it's B-Man knocked down. Humbled. A peg is puts it into a 5 versus 4. One player stuck out towards danger. It's P-Man who's forced to retreat. Everyone is back yellow. No position held. Sure, you have those lineups, but you have to buy the time. That only garners you about 12 seconds. But the smokes, the smokes are keeping them at bay. The knife is well to try and find something, but the information aplenty. The dash is perfect. Carrot for 2. Banana chiming in. It's one man. Lineups left. Wizior needs a 1 versus 5, and well, that's not happening. The lineups are there, but time is on the clock, and it's 11 now for ZZ Top.
My goodness, they're feeling it. This could be it. You're right, that was so pivotal, and now at 11-3 advantage. Not only that, feeling it on the defense. ZZ Top looking more and more likely like they might be pulling this one out. Of course, you just gotta keep going with it. You have 2 more rounds, so you can't get too confident. You just gotta go back to work, which they've been doing a lot of, especially Carrot. We talked about him going a little bit silent earlier. He's not silent now.
Yeah, I mean, Carrot has woken up, and what an awakening he's found at a crucial time. 17-9 the scoreline on the Jets is, well, now the weaponry, it's not that great for the likes of Monkey. They forced into this round. At this point, it's a matter of desperation to try and win this one out as P-Man It's walked up towards middle, trying to punish Dacky. Ooh, the Guardian, it gets damaged. No frag.
Doing Sova so low on health though. And Carrot going down right off the bat too. The Lear, a great opportunity, but not connecting his banana. And so Wizzier able to walk away with that one somehow. They will get the spike down. That's a rare mistake coming out at ZZ Top. We had a confidence alone as Dacky waited out now. But a 5-on-3 and a tough retake at hands. Although they get one, it's still going to be a 2-4 advantage. They make that 2-3. But Sova's so low on health too. DJ able to get one as well. Time ticks down. And it's going to be a long way to go here. E-Man gets one. They trade off a 1v1 as well. Both very low on health. But it looks like Viper's just going to hang back here. Not a lot of time.
Yeah, Mollies, they might just buy enough, and when you're in that orb, you're knocked down to 1 HP. It only takes a quick tap from Wizzior to be able to take care of that round, and will Monkey, they'll find themselves to, at very least, a fourth here. But the money, it stays in an incredibly weird place, because it was 4-spy into 4-spy, and in those 4-spy wars, they win the second, but the battle can continue because there should be at least some kind of reinvestment, some kind of reply to attempt this, to get this one done for ZZ Top.
No doubt about it. Now is the importance of that round. You win the first one, you gave yourself a chance. You wait until the second one, win that one. And for Monkey, it might have been a little bit too late. As Frosty, and a good first pick there. Now somehow Kitsune gets out alive as they push B. But a couple of ZZ Top members just waiting in the likes of the B site. Up top now and waiting, Spike. And the hands, P-Man able to get one on Frosty as well. So now 4-2 advantage. DJ another one. Nicely done. Now Dacky getting one too. Or Carrot. Waiting for it. DJ. Will get another one. And there it is.
Banana to close things out. It's now match point, championship point, series point. It's all on the line here, and only 4 rounds to work with. If you're Monkey, 8 in a row, that's what it would take. A Herculean effort has to be mustered.
Oh my. DJ stepping up at the right time too to try to close things out as well. As we've seen DJ pop off a majority, or quite a few times, but hasn't been recently, so good to see him right back in the groove, especially when it's most needed, which is to close this out. Obviously, it seems like it's probably going to play in that favor, but you want to close it out now as the chant grows. 1 round away from the championship, and you can feel it here in the arena.
Yeah, absolutely you can. ZZ Top, everything they could ask for. Weapons aplenty, an operator in the hands of Carrot. They have the tools. They have the wherewithal. It's just a matter of finishing the job. Monkey cut down to a terrible buy, and well, the player might just get cut down now. Instead, it's a great headshot, and it's B-Man to find one. They might just upset this round. Ooh, Dacky has an opportunity. He'll capitalize, takes down P-Man, and we're into a 4 versus 4 flash through the wall. A fight ready for Kitsune, and well, the burst, it's good enough. Carrot's down, needs a second, but there's no ammunition. Dacky to win that out. Now a 3 versus 3. B-Man up top to fight as it's a 2 versus 3 still. Ooh, the shots eventually found. DJ to win that out, but remember the lineups. Those can buy a lot of time. Just about 14 seconds to work with off of those. And DJ wants this frag. He'll find it. Again, it's a clutch situation for the lone Viper of Wizzior. 1 Molly used. That buys him some time, but it's gone half. It's already halfway. He has to find these frags. The Mollies, you cannot only rely on them. Now he's been smoked off. Here comes the second Molly, but it might just be too late. It's getting stuck. There's no damage. ZZ Top are your champion.
Oh my, valiant effort there, closes it out with the clever play too. And ZZ Top, your Stay Plugged In PAX Arena Showcase champions. Let's give it up for ZZ Top. What a performance here.
Wow, what a performance out of ZZ Top. They showed an absolutely dominant showing in the first one, and well, in the second map, they put up a valiant effort, but once we got 2 ice spots, it just looked fantastic. But that is it. However, we still have an award to get out. We still have a Check 2 award. Let's throw that on over to Alex to close the show.
There you go. There's your show. That is the end of the Spin Valorant Showcase. We have our winners. Let's go ahead and give away some scholarship cash, guys. One more round of applause for your winners, ZZ Top. Woo! Now, before we give away a big novelty check, which I've wanted to do my entire career, let's go ahead. The reason for the season is here. We have a spokesperson from Spin here, Rick, just for a couple words for what you guys are trying to do with this event.
First, congratulations to both teams, Team Monkey, as well as the winners, ZZ Top. Great job. For us, it's really all about, again, connecting those students to the next level. So super stoked to be able to give away this scholarship dollars, and congrats, ZZ Top!
All right, let's do it. We have cut it down to the wire. This was back to back to back. So PAX is over. Let's go away and give away the check. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the Spin Valorant Showcase, ZZ Top! All right, I'm gonna ask 1 or 2 very important questions. What does it feel like entering here yesterday, just entering into the tournament and now standing up here with this, again, fantastic giant novelty check of scholarship money?
Oh man, I don't know, it's been really crazy because we did not think we were gonna make it this far. We had a lot of mishaps during creating our team. Like, we went through 3 different players to get onto this team. So this is like a crazy experience, and I'm glad that we can be here and that my friends are here supporting the whole time.
And how does this organization, this money, how does this help or change your path for esports in college? Does it encourage you? What does it do?
Oh, it's definitely encouraged me. It's really made me want to actually play and get better at the game. It really motivated me. So, I don't know, I hope I can get better.
There you go. There's your show. Guys, one more round of applause for ZZ Top, your winners. They got the win, they got the money, and if they're lucky, they won't get the cease and desist from the band. That has been it for PAX Arena. Thank you to Spin for putting this on. Thank you to Cope for being here. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We have Fluid, AMD, SteelSeries, Razer, ViewSonic, and all of you guys for making this possible. Thank you so much. We'll see you at the next PAX for more PAX Arena action. Goodbye.